Oh, yeah. Welcome back. It is Just Off the Plate, episode 56. That is Armando. My name is Cody. Thank you for joining us. We're live on a Tuesday. Joining us tonight from Alianza, Campeones de la Liga Metropolitana, Dre Rangel is in the house. Doing?
Fantastic, man. It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day, beautiful night. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Damn, you got that radio voice, man.
It's 94.5 KRB.
What this fool can't do, man. Hits bombs and he comes on the radio, sounds all smooth like he's been doing it.
It's a little low for KRBE, you know?
I think he was a little
Maybe
bit more,
like-
I think he was a little bit more hyped for it. Right?
That's it, yeah. A little sunny 99.1.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking funny, dude.
Alianza. They got him one.
You got him one.
How long's it been, if ever?
I think the last time they won the championship was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So not this past year, but the year before. Same league.
Same league.
Same league. And
But-
I
Were you
believe
with
they-
them back then, or were you with the Chanclas?
No, I was with the Brewers.
Brewers, oh, okay.
Yeah. They had one loss, and I think it was against the Brewers.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
No
That was-
shit. Did you pitch that game? Is that the game you pitched?
No.
Oh.
I think Sean pitched and the guy named Lucky pitched.
Was that your memorable 24, 25 home run season?
Yeah, it was 26 or 27.
26, yeah.
Hey, you're on the low side, Armando.
No shit. I'm undercutting
Could have
them.
been around 24. Maybe some preseason games they added. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the season Alianza only lost one game, right?
Yeah.
And is that when we expected them to win? That's when they did win, right? That was the
Yeah.
last time they won? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had a solid team that year.
They
had a very
did.
solid team.
Okay.
Very solid. That's when they went to Coastal and then they got reality check and then came back. So
Well, I don't know. I wasn't with them.
yeah,
Maybe-
no.
maybe. I wasn't with them. In that.
We were expecting Bobby, but you, sir, we appreciate you being here. Thanks for representing.
So we got
Oh,
David and
no
Sergio. See, those are dedicated listeners right there, man. They're not. They probably do have the Astros game kind of going off to the side a little bit, but it's okay. I'll forgive them. They're still tuning in, commenting, but you know the what team were you guys playing against? I forgot.
I believe it was the Astros.
Astros.
Honestly, they had the new jerseys ready to go. They had the Space City
Did they?
jerseys.
Oh, they
Yeah,
did.
dude.
Oh no shit.
Wow.
Yeah, a few of them had the Space City jerseys on, and I was just like,
What's up,
how to
Pete?
get them jerseys before the pros did?
Huh.
You know?
So we got Serge, we
you
got
know,
Pete.
you can get anything bootleg, you know?
Yeah. What's up, Hector? We got Cameron. Yeah, dude. I mean, really, you could. I mean, like shit. You know the what the fuck was it? The White Sox. I don't know what do you call that? Connect or what do they call the
The South Side?
yeah South yeah, but what do you call that? They call it
Yeah,
something.
the Player Connect
Yeah.
jersey or something.
They sold out.
Yeah.
I just went to DH Gate and I was like, oh, let me get this one, and I just ordered it. So-
And you probably get it before the registered one or whatever.
Yeah, it gets in. Yeah, so I mean, they're definitely dope jerseys. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the new Space Cities, whatever. But hey,
I'm gonna be honest. I am. Nah,
You're not feeling
it. Not
Me neither.
feeling it.
It's
It's
heavy
hot.
blue. It's heavy blue, right?
I just don't like the blue on blue.
yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been a fan of
It's
it.
a lot of blue.
And then orange socks.
what's up, Dominic?
That's just me.
Yeah,
I like.
I think it's better than the Red Sox.
I haven't seen the Red Sox.
It's like bright yellow and the pelican blue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I know we're going too far. We're gonna get Xavier all excited
Yeah,
because we're talking
right.
about the Astros. But
know.
anyways, we digress. Let's go back to why we're here. So, what was the first game? What was the score in the first game?
I believe it was 3-2.
3. So close game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The guy. So they threw.
What's
a
up,
guy-
Daniel?
I forgot who they
Jose.
threw us.
Jose.
Go ahead. Sorry, man.
So I forgot who they threw at us. This guy, honestly, off speed, a lot of off speed, had us popping up, rolling over. And honestly, a few of us, me included, had a few good shots to left field, and the wind was blowing in ridiculously hard, like ridiculously hard.
What day was this?
Sunday,
Okay.
like
Yep.
right over the
Yeah.
school at Davis.
Windy, terrible day.
It was windy.
It was really windy. I think,
But it was blowing in.
in from left field, and I'm gonna be honest, like it was my first at bat. I got a hold of all of it. Ball just came right back in, and the next one I got all of it, came right back in. I was like, man, like I couldn't buy a hit. I was
Wow.
over. I'm gonna be honest, I was over.
Wow. In the first game.
First game, yeah. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like it was rough. Like everything that a lot of people hit, it was like even the foul balls, they were like probably fair. Go foul right field. You know what I'm saying? It was just.
So the win was in your disadvantage,
Oh yeah, I mean, think about how many more home runs this motherfucker would have hit.
right? If it's blowing the other way,
Yeah.
different story.
Well, here's the thing. At Memorial, it was blowing out.
Well, it was blowing out at Northland
Oh, was
on
it?
Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but in Veterans Pearland, it was blowing in. It's always blowing in there, and that's what it did on Sunday.
Man, what's up, Matt? Isaiah in the house too. So 3-2, close game. I mean, was it tight all the way through, or did they get like you guys up 3-0 and then
I think we were up 3-0 if I remember. We were up 3-0 and then they came back and got 2 and then we ended the game. I'm gonna be honest. Raul Alanis, he pitched a really good game. Really good game. First game he shut it down. Like, you know, I think those.
Is he on your team or the other team?
My team.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the MVP for
Oh,
the
no
championship
shit.
game. Yeah, I mean, he shut it down. That's hands down. Like I would have been dead. I ain't gonna lie, my arm would have been dead at you know.
He pitched both games. Is that what you're saying?
He came in, so he pitched the whole complete first game, 9 innings, finished it out strong. Went to the outfield. We brought in Bobby, we brought in Chris, we brought in Calanche, and then Raul said, and he stepped up. I was gonna come in, but I was like, my arm wasn't really feeling it. Raul
Yeah.
said, "Hey, let me get it." I was like, "All right, go ahead." And he
So he just continued.
came in the last 3 innings and shut it down.
Oh, the last. Okay. Oh, all right. So you pitched somebody else, and in the last 3 innings of the second game, he came in and finished
Yeah, he came in and shut it down, and it was like, okay, like he already knew what they had. He already knew what they couldn't hit. In and out, in and out.
it. And so from a pitcher standpoint, because you pitched too, is it better to do that, like to give that rest and then try to get to 3, or is it better just to coast through?
I'm gonna be honest. I've never done that. I've never. Well, how about this? I've never been put in a position to do that.
Yeah.
I've pitched the next day before against the same team, but I've never like back to back.
Yeah.
What kind of break was there in between?
A
if
30-minute break.
30
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually about 30-minute break, man.
Okay.
30-minute break.
And you're playing 9 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not-
no,
yeah.
it's not timed.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not timed in that league. It's
Yeah.
old school baseball. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, like, it's we play in the 2 hour and 30-minute, you know, in a few of these leagues. I don't mind it when the game prolongs, but if it's a close game, you got to finish that thing out. 9 innings. It's just the right way to do it.
And I think well, so here's what's in HBA it goes 9 innings. I think either in the playoffs or for sure the championship game. I just don't remember if the playoff it goes 9 innings, but I'm pretty sure the championship game does go 9. So you do get the 9 in there.
Okay.
So, but I it's different baseball, right?
It
Because
is.
like 7th, 8th, 9 is like you can kind of go through, especially when you're doing a doubleheader. Right, I mean, like, dude, it's Now, I saw your team photo. It didn't look like you guys had more than 10 or
We
9,
had 9. Exactly.
right?
9.
That's what,
We only had 9
For both games?
for both games.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. So, like,
That's not a doubleheader
and I
lineup.
don't know if the ones who know me on this that are watching in or tuning in. That's funny.
well,
Like,
Matt's
one-
on here.
the ones who know me, and I mean, me showing up, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there right on time. And like,
Dre time.
yeah, and dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I even told myself I'm gonna wake up a little early, whatever. And I had my alarm set for 9 o'clock. You know,
Is the game at 9:30 or something?
no, the game's at 10. And it's,
He's jabbing.
and I'm like this. The game's at 10, and I set my my alarm clock for 9 o'clock. Me not being careful enough, or I messed up 9 o'clock p.m. And
Oh, shit.
And I wake up. I'm like, man, I'm sleeping too good. So I wake up. I got
Sun is
I got
shining.
20 missed calls from Matt, Chris, Bobby, everybody on the team. Oh my god! And I get there, like I had to book it from my house.
So I know you probably remember this. What time did the clock say when you woke up and saw it? Because that usually sticks in your mind.
I woke up at 9:38.
Okay.
Oh shit,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah, and I was just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the.
So did they give you the 15-minute grace period?
No, I got there at 10:00. I got there at 10:01. We started at 10:05. I parked at my car at 10:01,
Oh wow.
and we started at 10:05. And let's go. No warm up. Went in there and let's get going.
Damn, I gotta believe Chris and Bobby were probably nervous as fuck, especially with only having 8
I
players.
think in the video you hear Bobby. I guess it's okay that he was late. I was like, that was funny.
Well,
Well,
it is,
at least you can admit that, right? It takes a man to admit it, so
I'll
we
be
can
honest.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that that's like something about me.
Well, who wants to wake up early on the weekend, right?
nobody does, man. But
I always say this. I love playing baseball, but I
Yeah.
don't want to set an alarm to play ball sometimes.
yeah.
You know
It
what-
just doesn't feel right.
You know what's funny about it too? Like there be something's like sometimes I try to get there, a little early.
Yeah.
And my early is like 5 minutes early. And like, I'll set my whole day out. I'm like, hey, I'm leaving at this time.
Yeah.
And something happens, like I forgot I lose my keys or I just where I put my wallet at end up being there 5 minutes early. Like
What's up, Joe?
But I think people know that now, right? Say, oh, he'll be here at game time. Well, we're going to keep him hitting in this spot, but he'll be here.
Yeah. Well, it's like Matt just said. He's talking about what are you guys all waiting for? Let's go. What you guys mad at me? I just got here.
I know I show up, I was like, I'm waiting on y'all.
Yeah, no shit, dude. It's funny, dude. That took me. I just lit it.
Here we go again.
Yeah, it took me to get used to, right, for you to like get on
know.
Dre time, right?
I know.
But I told you this already. Like my whole thing is like, hey, if you get there right on time and there's no fucking excuses of like your performance, like you do well and there's no, you like even if you did bad, but you didn't blame it on you showing up late. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has a bad game. You can't really chalk it up to that. But if you show up and you do your thing, it's like, fuck it, dude. That's your thing. And no big deal. Because coincidentally, you're good friends with Austin Abbott, which has the same.
Maybe because we're from the same part of town.
I
don't
think
know.
so,
maybe,
bro.
Maybe it's that part of town that,
'Cause he-
that
It's
grew on
something
us.
in the water over there.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll get there when it starts. We'll be okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And
Well,
honest, hey,
it starts
Abbott
at
did
9.
good
I'll
that
be there
game,
at
too. Abbott did really good.
Oh, he
that
did.
game.
Oh, he did fantastic.
Showed
man.
up right on time and
Dude,
hey, game ended, bounced. That
Hey,
was
that,
it.
that's old Abbott.
Yeah.
That's classic Abbott.
Yeah,
right there.
dude.
See you in 3 weeks.
You're exactly right. What's up, JD Cruz? What do you call it? Yeah, dude. Because like I got there and I'm looking at Ballard. I'm like, hey, you seen that Austin? He's like, nah. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, well. I'm wondering why he's not panicking, but I'm like, oh, whatever. So then I text him, and he comes out of the side. Oh, I've been here for like half an hour or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
What are you so worried about?
Yeah, what are you worried about? What's going on here? I think it's a spammer, Todd. What's up, Todd? So you get the first game. I mean, are you guys nervous about having 9 players? Because I mean, dude, one guy gets ejected. Bobby has a big fucking mouth. He can't even stay. He can't even stay fucking a normal account on fucking Facebook,
Oh,
right?
my God.
So
He's always getting in jail.
he's not going to jail, bro. Facebook jail. So like, if he fucking runs his mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Do they call a game with, I think they call a game with 8 players with over there, no? Or no?
I don't know. I really don't know. But like, I ain't gonna lie. My phone was blowing up. I wasn't about to be just miss it.
Yeah. But of course they're worried, right? I mean, they definitely. I could see them.
Well,
being,
because this is what happened. I'm gonna be honest. So like, I think 2 weeks ago, so we had a bye the week before.
yeah.
The week before that, we had the doubleheader, and I missed the first game. But I mean, I checked in, made sure,
Like, what do you mean? Like, you told them, or you just? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I just missed. Like, I did it again. I slept
this
in.
doesn't help. Hey, this doesn't help your.
It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
But I made the second game, and everything was okay. We're all right.
Hey, so 10 o'clock game. It's like this with you, right? 10
I
o'clock.
hate 10 o'clock games. Hey, 1 o'clock game.
Yeah,
I'm
because
there.
typically don't have to set an alarm for those.
No, you don't. You should.
I'm up naturally
Yeah.
as my human body. It wakes me up around 11:30. As it should.
Yeah. So it's so you you get there at 9, 3-2 game. That your pitcher's pitch. What's up, Jordan? He's pitching his ass off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this thing. You guys are obviously happy, tired, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So going into the second game, because I gotta believe too, with 9 players, you're like, okay, wait a minute, where's our pitching, right? Because usually you want some pitching
Yeah.
depth, right?
Yeah.
So
Bobby came in. Bobby came in on the second game, and I ain't gonna lie to you, he was chunking pretty good.
good.
I felt like I'm gonna be honest. Davis High School, their mound is very, very lopsided.
Yeah.
I think he had a little trouble finding his landing. His arm looked good though. It's
Yeah.
just, I'm gonna be honest. The umpire was not. He was bad. It was
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It was. I mean, we dealt with some bad ones, but it was bad.
Okay.
It was bad. Like,
Yeah.
and he wasn't giving Bobby nothing. So Chris made a move. He came in, and then same thing started happening with Chris. Chris is hitting spots, but umpires start not calling nothing, and I don't know. I think they made. I think we had an error. I think we had an error that caused a few runs to come in, and then Raul came in after that, and it was already late in the game. We had a home run by our shortstop.
You playing third or first?
I'm playing first.
Okay.
We had a home run by our shortstop. He had a bomb dead center, like absolute bomb, and that kind of kept us there. Raul came in late in the game around I think the 7th. Came in for the 7th or the 6th. I'm not too sure, but after that, I ain't gonna lie to you. He gave up a bomb, but when he gave up that bomb, I guess something like, nah, not no more, done.
Yeah.
Strikeout.
Made an adjustment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he just started dealing. Like he shut it down. So that's the good thing about that. I mean, I guess that sometimes.
Well, and some pitchers thrive on that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I made a mistake, and that's
Yeah,
it.
and he
No
and he
more.
told us, he was like, yeah, I hung it.
Yeah.
And he hung it, and he was striking out that guy the whole game before.
Yeah.
He was making him look silly the whole game before. That's
And-
that's
you
complete
know,
truth.
and what it is, right? A hitter, you look for mistakes, right? And then
Yeah.
you hope that the batter doesn't capitalize on those mistakes, like you leave one over the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen some pitchers where they go, oh, like you get in their face like,
Yeah.
shit, I messed up. And when you follow it off, they're like, phew, good.
Yeah.
So
And I think when that guy came up again against Raul, I think he struck him out again too. Like,
Oh, no
he's
shit.
like, nah, he ain't about to do it again. Boom, struck him out. Like,
Well, it's like, the batter can say, well, I have an advantage. I know I've seen the pitcher. Well, yeah, but the pitcher says, well, I've seen you.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to do and what you're not going to do.
Yeah.
So, it goes both ways.
yeah. And so you said the first game you couldn't buy a hit, right?
I couldn't. I'm gonna be honest. The first and second game, I couldn't buy a damn hit. I was hitting the ball hard, but I couldn't buy a hit. Like, it wasn't landing.
Just people's gloves, huh?
I hit the first one. I thought it was a bomb. I turned on it. I got all of it. And the wind just blew it back in. It looked like it hit a wall and it just dropped.
Yeah.
The next one, I kind of got jammed. I thought it could have gone over at Davis, and the wind again brought right to, at the fence. You can't get no closer than that. And I was just like, man, all right. The next at bat, I think I rolled over, hit it hard, but I rolled over. After that, the game was finished. Okay.
Right.
Then we come up to bat again for the next game, and we're facing this guy. He got some velo on him. He was decent. I think I hit it down the line. Guy got it through the first. I just couldn't buy a hit, dude. I couldn't get nothing, man. Like, it just nothing. And then they brought in this other guy, the lefty, and he's pumping some velo. He got a good little curveball, comes in from the left side, looks like a ball for right-handed hitters, drops in right as his first strike.
Oh, wow.
He was kind of getting a lot of right-handed hitters for that. And I never forget it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, shout out to Chris for this right here. I was talking about the different velos of the different leagues,
Yeah.
and it kind of I don't know how other people take criticism. I like it. It gives me fuel. I don't see it as like, oh, he's bitching me out or something like that.
Yeah.
I see it as like, okay, he's right, because I was making a statement about we have to deal with different pitching and different levels of ball.
Yeah.
And Chris, I wasn't buying. I couldn't buy a hit all game. He put it out there. He's like, hey man, make an adjustment. There ain't no excuses. Make no adjustment. I was like, I had to say,
It's true. It's facts.
true. It's facts.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I really appreciate him saying that, because honestly, it made me buckle down more, especially in the championship game. Like, I got down in there. I was like, all right, let's make an adjustment. I still couldn't buy a hit. I was hitting the ball hard.
Well, that's his job, right? He's to come in there and
that's
shake
why,
things
that's
up.
why I appreciate him saying that, because as a leader, he's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
He's the manager of the team. As a leader, he's supposed to do that. And I thank you, like, honestly, because it made us all think, you know what? He's right. Make an adjustment. And Chris came up there against that pitcher. Hey, hit one the other way. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he showed, you know, hey, I'm making an adjustment.
I'm going to tell you, and now I'm going to
show
show you.
Yeah,
you
he
do it.
did it. And
Yeah.
I, you know, hey,
Yeah.
all right, bud, let's all do it now. You know.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. There's something to be said for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We got Eric in the house. He said San Jack, baby.
San Jag right there, baby.
But what he said, I think is so true, because I've said it before, right? Like, we've had a pitcher, not even fast, just fucking throwing like just barely over the plate, and we're popping up or whatever, rolling over. And I say the same thing. I'm like, make the adjustment. You know what I mean? Make the fucking adjustment, because, you know, if you don't, we're gonna keep doing the same fucking thing, getting out. You know, I've even told batters, like, whether you gotta fucking move up on the fucking box or whatever you gotta do, get a heavier bat. I've seen guys pick up heavier bats and shit, but but he's right. He made the adjustment.
And honestly, like, as a person that teaches hitting, he's completely right. You know, and
Was that a plug?
what?
Nah, fuck with you.
No. Like, well, I mean, like, for everybody that teaches hitting, for
I fuck with
everybody,
you,
because
bro.
there's a bunch of instructors out there. We've
Yeah.
all taught. You all said that,
Yeah.
and it's good to actually hear it back to you. Sometimes you need to hear it.
Yeah, you gotta
And
remind
it's
yourself.
like, and that's what I said. I don't know how other people take criticism. I like hearing it, because it's like, okay, I don't know. If some people I've told, hey man, buckle down, and they don't like hearing someone else tell them
Yeah.
what they're doing, and others see it as, okay, you know what, you're right. Let's buckle down and let's get the job done. And that's why I appreciate Chris for doing that, because he put a fire under me. He did.
Yeah.
He put a fire, I think, under a lot of us, because, okay, you know, let's make an adjustment.
Yeah. It's like outside looking in, right?
And honestly, the guy was pitching like decent.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing that we hadn't seen in the other leagues. It was just he went from really, really like off speed stuff to right away, boom, boom, boom. You know, from the left side.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, you know, him saying that, starting that fire. I mean, I've had, you know, coaches say some shit to me that, like, it's a little like I don't think he was trying to backdoor slap you, but I think he was just saying like the truth. And I've had coaches say that, and you're kind of like, you know what, he's right. Like, I gotta fucking, I gotta
he's
change
completely
something.
right.
Yeah.
It's to keep you on track, right?
Yeah.
Instead of you being down, damn,
Yeah.
I can't buy ahead. I got tunnel vision because
Yeah.
I'm depressed now, right? I can't hit anything. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, you need to hear something to get you out of that. Hey, it's all right. Go up there, do something, do something good.
And honestly, like, that was probably the best thing I could probably hear. Something
Yeah.
to call me out on something. Like, hey, make an adjustment. Like, all right, let's make an adjustment. And sure enough, man, like,
Then you adjusted, and I think you guys won.
we adjusted.
Well, hey, hold on. Hey, you guys are skipping fucking chapters.
Oh yeah,
here.
we skipped it.
We're building up to the
point.
point.
No, I'm just setting in. You know, this is
You're
called
foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing.
That's a foreshadowing. Okay.
Yes. We're not ending it here. We're just we're progressing. Let's progress.
Hey, Manuel Pisano Sr. says, Dre, you're my favorite player. And then Jesse De Leon says, let's talk about the last bomb. All right, so they said Chris tied it up with that hit, right? And then you come up on the bottom of the ninth. You said maybe went out. Maybe it was
Chris tied it up.
Yeah, Chris tied it up is what somebody said on here, that Chris tied it up in the eighth or something like that.
It was the eighth. So it was like the double.
I guess. I don't know. They didn't say. They just said Chris tied it up in the eighth. That's what Matt said, I think, is what he said.
Oh, okay.
He said,
In other words, I think we're looking for you for the stats.
Dude, I'm remembering.
he just knows his stat. He
Right,
just knows
right,
that's what his
right,
stat. So what's that matter?
Everything in that game towards the end of the game was just like, we gotta get this. We gotta get this done. We gotta get this done.
Well, it's a
me
high tense
remembering
moment,
the
right?
Stats, you know.
Yeah, no, it is a. Yeah, I mean, it is a high tense moment. All right, so you're going in, one out,
Yeah,
right?
he says
Yeah.
an eighth.
One out. You go up. What's going through your head? You fucking for fucking whatever. Eight.
So this is let's go back to the last at bat against this guy. So my first at bat against this guy, he strikes me out.
Yeah.
And I had a bad call for the umpire. He throws me a fastball. Throws me a fastball outside for a strike. Good fastball. He placed it nice on the corner. I was like, all right. He throws me a slider inside, and I pull it down the line, and it hits chalk, and he calls it foul.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'm like, I'm hot. I'm pissed. You know, even Chris was like, hey, good hit. You know, like Richard comes up to me. He's like, yeah, they got you on that one. So I was like, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. He threw me a curveball, and I went for it. I was forward. I leaned into it, and I missed it. Strike 3. Told myself the rest of the game, nah, that ain't happening. You know, that ain't happening no more. The next at bat, rolled over to third. Hit it hard, but I rolled over. Next at bat after that, that was just the last bat before the last one. I hit it to dead center field. All of it. I was all over that fastball and caught it. Got an RBI, but he caught it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, okay, the guy before me is hot right now. He's hitting. He might get he might bring his bag. I think that's where Chris came up and he got the tied up the game in that inning. And the last at bat, dude, I'm gonna be honest, like I was just telling myself, this guy's not gonna get me. He throws me anything around the plate, I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm gonna smash it. Anything close. So he throws me a fastball first pitch, foul it straight back. And you know, it's like one strike. I'm like this. Okay,
were you like, damn, I missed my pitch?
I just missed it. Yeah, I
I probably won't see
every
fastball
hitter.
again.
Every pitcher's best words and every hitter's hate that.
Yeah.
I
For sure.
just missed it. And I did.
Yeah.
I just missed it. I was all over it. I just missed it. And I'm just thinking in my head, don't miss that next one. Don't miss that next one. Throws me a curveball, nice curveball, and I take it. Lands for a strike. 2 strikes. I'm just like, I said, I'm thinking in my head. He has 3 pitches. He has a fastball, a curveball, and a slider. He throws me a curveball again, I'm going to sit back on it, I'm going to turn on it. Throws me a fastball, I'm going to turn on it. He's not going to throw those 2. He's going to try to backdoor me with that slider. He's going to try to – I just kept repeating it in my head over and over again. Sure enough, he threw that slider, and I took it oppo. I mean –
Yeah, that was awful, dude. That was
like,
crazy.
that's what was crazy. And, you know, not many – I think that was one of the craziest things about that moment. It was like bottom of the 9th, 2 strikes –
that moment.
Pressure's on right there. You know, I either let the pressure get to me or put pressure on this dude.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you went oppo, which I've never seen you too much go oppo. I always
because I'm gonna be honest. Like, when that happens, when the ball came in, honestly, I thought I was gonna hit it dead center. Remember, this wind was blowing in, so I don't even know how far that ball could have went. I got all of it. I hit it solid, but the wind it started going this way, and I was like, oh, come on, don't go
foul.
No, it was going dead center.
Oh.
Yeah, I said don't blow back in. That's what I was hoping because it happened to me earlier.
Yeah.
And it just kept going and hit the top of the school. So I was like, all right.
It's a good sound, right?
It sounded like a Dane story, right? Like it started at center and then ended up out. But no, but
that'd have been bad, right?
Dude, so that's dope, man. So like when you hit it, you're like, hey, don't fucking blow back.
That's all we were worried about, dude, because, like, the wind was bad. Like, it was overcast. It was kind of like today. It was overcast. I had to have my glasses on because all the damn sand was hitting my eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
At first. So I'm sitting at first, like, squinting my eyes with my glasses on.
So I think you figured out the wind direction. Stop hitting it to
Stop
left.
pulling the ball.
And go the other
yeah.
way, and it's gone.
Yeah. And honestly, you know,
and that is your adjustment.
They called it out. They called it out on that. That was like, it was funny. It was like, yeah, nice adjustment. That's a way to adjust to it. Because honestly, that was a good pitch he was having. I mean, it starts off as a ball on the outside part. It don't look like it's gonna. It looks like it's gonna stay there, and it breaks in the last minute. I had to really stay disciplined to myself. I had to stay disciplined, stay back, let that ball travel, and at the last second, turn on it.
That's what I was going to ask. So it starts as a ball on the outside.
It's a good pitch.
And then comes in. Okay.
It's a good pitch because he wasn't throwing directly over the top. He was throwing from like 3/4 from the left side, and that's why that curveball looked like I was like, oh, and he came back in as a curveball. I was like, landed for a strike. Nice curveball too. You know, I don't know if I saw a smirk on him, but
I saw his. Okay, maybe on that pitch, but I saw his disappointment after the ball went over because the camera's looking at you, then the camera pans this way, and I think he turns around and he just puts his head down and he just walks off the field.
He was upset.
Yeah, he was upset, man.
What else do you do in that moment?
Nothing you can do, man. I mean, he gave it his best pitch, and you did what you're supposed to do with it. You went that way with it, so
honestly, as a hitter, it's just about being disciplined to what you like. I teach that a lot. Going the other way, push your hands, and it's like sometimes we as hitters forget those things, and we kind of forget. We want to pull the ball. We want to get all of it. And in that moment, it's kind of like you gotta be disciplined as a hitter. You gotta be disciplined to what is
available to hit.
Yeah, because he's not gonna. If he
Right.
knows that you're gonna, if he knows you're gonna, if a pitcher knows you're gonna hit an inside pitch, you're not gonna get an inside pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he knows you're gonna throw. If you can hit a fastball, he's not gonna give you a fastball. So the best pitches to hit is whatever he's gonna give you.
Yeah.
Can't.
Well, yes, that's why I think you have to be. Hey, Chris just jumped on. You know, I feel like you got to make it work with what you have, like you said, right? You got
Yeah.
to make it work and figure out which is, because there's sometimes you want to hit the curveball because it's a 12-6 hanger,
Yeah.
right? You just sit back on that, or sometimes the fastball looks really nice and that's what you want to hit. And like you said, you pick the slider. You're like, all right, this is what he's gonna go with, because you can't make him pitch the pitch you want. You know what I mean? Like you got to go with what he has, and that's what you did, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it was just that moment. I wasn't thinking about anything else but if he throws anything near the plate, I'm gonna try to smash it. And I mean, I wasn't even thinking about like them recording or nothing like
Yeah.
that. It was just focused.
I'm gonna hit it hard.
Focus on what Chris told me, make an adjustment. You know, like, don't let him beat me. And he's right. You know, I give him a shout out for that. You know,
You take all those offers, you bring it into that last
know, isn't that
at
great?
I know,
and,
right?
then
Hey.
put it all into that ball.
Hey, he just took it out of my mouth. I'm thinking, dude, statistically,
Yeah.
you weren't supposed to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Statistically, you weren't supposed to do anything because
Well, that depends on how you look at it, right? Say some
Because you
guys will
said
say,
due,
"Hey,
you
he's due. This guy's due," right?
Zach was saying that all day. He's
Right?
like, he's due for one.
It's
he's due
funny.
for one.
It could go either way. You know, this is either not his day or he's due. You know,
well, do what's funny you say that is because you know, we all have probably a story, whether you yourself said it or you heard somebody say it, but I've had some stories where I've had people call their shots like, hey, I feel one coming on.
And I've walked up to the bat like I'm about to drop a bomb, and sure enough, you know,
You drop a
I'll
bomb.
drop
Yeah.
a bomb. But and I'm gonna be honest, like in the past, I've hit game winners, brought us back, I've done things, you know, in home run sense that big things. But I think this one was very special because it's a game winner. It was the championship game, game 2 for an undefeated season.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, you guys went undefeated.
undefeated. I
shit.
don't care what people say. Like that. That's hard to do, man. That's hard
Yeah.
to do in any league.
I didn't realize you guys were undefeated, bro.
Undefeated. We had a hell of a
So
squad. man.
all the way through.
all the way through, and then that's what we were worried about. Like this game, they came back. They were winning. They were winning 8-6 against us, and we were like, man, nah, that ain't. We can't let that happen.
Because that's crazy, right?
I mean, that's a perfect ending to a perfect season. in
Yeah,
my
for
book.
sure.
Yeah.
damn. Who
I'm honestly like I'm very very proud and happy to be a part of that squad. Like it was Chris led us all the way. He was a good leader, as a good manager. Zach kept the chemistry. I love Zach, man. He's like, come on, y'all gotta get your head right, you know. Flips his hair to the side, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, you know what's crazy is like when I watch your championship photo. And dude, when you know, if you know, I've seen a lot of championship photos over the last few years doing the podcast and shit, and it's pretty fucking full. Like the fucking photo has like a shitload. I never try to count the dudes, but there's like a shitload of dudes.
Hey,
I'm not-
literally, we had like 6 people in it.
Bro, that's what it looked like. That's exactly. I'm like, hey,
We added the 2 kids that make it look like, you know, they.
Bro, dude, I had to count because I'm like, hey, man, like this doesn't look like there's enough in here. Like I feel like there's not enough of a team to be in here, and dude, that sounds nuts, right? So you're undefeated all season. You got 9 players. You're doing a double header. Your pitchers are position players. Your first pitcher comes in to close out the second game. You're on the verge of losing your only game of the season, because even if you lose that, you still got one more game, right?
Yeah.
So it's like not huge deal, but
It just.
you know,
It didn't have the same ring to it.
right? And
Yeah.
then you got, so you win the last game with the walk-off bomb. Like that's fucking nuts. And your first hit of the championship game. Yeah.
The first hit of the championship, only hit.
Yeah. That's
I mean, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. You know, we have our good days, we have our bad days. I try to tell a lot of people, you know, like I believe that I'm a decent hitter. I think I'm pretty good at what I do. But we have our off days. We have our off days, and sometimes our body's not doing what we want it to do, you know. And I think when I heard those words of make an adjustment, like, you know what, he's right. I need to make an adjustment. And as a man, you're either gonna take it two ways. You're either gonna take it like, oh, nah, he don't know what he's talking about. Like, okay, or let me, you know what, he right. Let me do what I gotta do. You know,
take it, constructively.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think of you know, it's true, right? Because now you got to change your mental game, right? Like, he's saying, hey, whatever your mental game was going into every at bat, do something a little bit different. Now, there's other people too that also say, I've heard people say, hey, keep doing the same thing because you're hitting the shit of the fucking ball. Like, eventually you're gonna find a gap. But I think this one here, with you kind of thinking about, dude, I've already seen this dude. I know what he has. This is what he's gonna go with. I mean, and the fact that you guessed, I guess you guessed right. It just fucking worked out great.
And sometimes we do guess right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not ashamed about it. I'm not ashamed about it. It just happens. I don't. Anybody that says that they were all over every pitch they hit, that's just false.
Yeah, this is baseball. Sometimes you have to guess.
It's baseball,
right?
It's a game of chance. It's a game of, and honestly, the perfect word. It's a game of adjustments.
Yeah.
You can't go up there thinking that every pitch is going to be the same as the last one you got.
Or he's gonna pitch you the same,
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I mean, and that's the whole point of the pitch, right? The pitcher's trying to move the fucking ball so that you don't square it up. I mean, that's why there's some pitchers that I don't have a lot of home runs, but one of my last home runs was an adjustment I made, right? Because I'm watching everybody fucking pop up, so I know what that. And he kept throwing it high, like it wasn't incredibly fast, but it was just high to where people were swinging
just enough to get you swing under you.
So I go up there. My game plan, hey, was pick up my hands so I can go straight at it. But fucking X and Bo were behind me talking shit, and my kind of fucked me up when I walked up there, right? And because even the umpire was like, getting in with them, and I got away with the first one. I popped it up, but it went foul. And I said, what the? I said, God damn it, that's not what was done. That was not my game plan. So I picked up my hands and took it out. Because I made the adjustment, so it's a thing that you have to. Choice is like, oh, Armando hits homers, yeah. Choice, I got a couple here under my belt here and there, But it's been a while.
Hey, Choice dropped a bomb not too long ago against us and the Pirates.
Yeah, apparently Cody had a good view.
Yeah, it went right over my head. He got it up into the wind.
I gave Choice his little credit. I was like, hey, get I ain't gonna lie, he got all of it. He turned on that ball, and I mean. It was a no doubter. It went out, bro.
Yeah.
But he got all of it.
And think about it. You don't see too many at Northern Christian. And I think that's the second one of this season in that same park, if I remember right.
Can I be honest about something?
Yeah.
I played there for 10 years. Since right out of high school, I used to play for the select team, play for the Heat, play for the Miracles, play for all these other different teams. And I'll be honest, I've gotten bombs at a bigger parks. Mason 2, I've hit out. Mason 2's a big park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big park. Talking about like 430, 450 in the middle.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I feel like 500.
It's probably close to 500. I'm just saying. But I've hit it. I had never hit it out dead center. I hit it close to center, and that's bombs.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. That field, Northern Christian, I've never hit a bomb out of Northern Christian.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Even that one against the Marlins.
Yeah, I think you hit the bottom of the fence.
Yeah, the bottom of the I popped up. I just can never get one just right where it goes out, and it's like,
Yeah, something about that field.
That field.
Now the this Sunday I walked up and the Yard Goats was playing Coastal. They were playing the Stealth, and these fools had 3 bombs, but this dude Cole Herring. You can't appreciate it from the video, but they said this motherfucker hit one dead center. Like he said, that's a major league home run. That went 400, 500 fucking feet. Like it went over the fucking road, like into the fucking other field. Like it was a fucking shot, And I was like, all right, I'm up. When I get home, I'm gonna check on the video. You just can't, it
doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't do it justice, man. I could only just take people's word for it. But they said that. That motherfucker just went. I mean, it just fucking went. Now, the wind was blowing, right? But they said this motherfucker was just like, gone,
Sometimes, I mean, You get one just right. There's only been two of them where I know like that was amazing. Like I mean I don't know. Other people say otherwise, but there was the one that we played back over there with Alianza a few weeks ago.
Which one?
The one that you made an edit on?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, that was
That
badass.
one.
Yeah, at that LFA field, whatever.
Yeah, like went next to the tank behind it.
Yeah, no, that was a bomb, dude. And you know, and this is why I say, right, when people go, oh, well, that's Memorial Ashford. Yeah, motherfucker, but the ball ain't scraping the fucking fence. The ball's fucking flying way past that.
I honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is coming from as a hitter standpoint.
Yeah.
You when someone hits a bomb, I like seeing it. I don't care who you are.
It's fun to watch.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's fun to be that guy. I'm sorry, but like, hey, good hit. You can't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take anything away from you. I'm not gonna say, oh, he was throwing hard, that's why it went out, or he was throwing soft, that's why it went out. That's ignorance.
Yeah.
You can't let that. You know, don't
undermine it, right?
Yeah.
You hit that ball. You did that. Good
Yeah.
job, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you can't take it away from them, and that's why, like, you know, when Choice hit that home run, like, hey, you know what? Good hit, man.
Yeah.
Like, credit's due.
I'm gonna edit a little bit. It's not as fun to watch if it goes over your head and you lose the
No,
game.
yeah, you're right.
But-
It wasn't against us. Like, I wasn't going to tell him good job right there when he
Yeah,
ran it
yeah,
first.
yeah.
You know, like,
But-
tell him later.
But you know, we appreciate it as ball players, right? We may not tell them for a week or so, but
Well, dude, how do you think I fucking feel when I gotta fucking post those fucking home runs against my own
I
team,
know,
bro?
right?
Like, oh, god damn.
well,
You know, and it's funny because
that's your choice. No pun
Choice
intended.
just tagged me or something, Lou.
Hey, what's funny is Choice did an edit on that home run because he had two angles. He had the camera from Stadium Cast, and then I think his girlfriend was filming it, so he had like two, and he made his own little video edit with his music, and he's like, "Hey, sorry, bro, here you go," and I was like, "Fuck. All right, man, just because I like video edits, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking post this shit. I think it's cool." So
What does Choice mean? Never would have guessed that Dre Rangel. Is that because I'm on the show?
I don't know, bro.
What is it? What do you mean, Choice? Let me know. We're here
What do you
tuned in.
But you know, it's you know, I play middle infield, so when I see a dude hit a shot, I just go, "Hey man, good hit, man," because I'm a fan of athletes, right? Like if you fucking were, if the pitcher was ahead on the count or you battled back or some shit, and then you fucking rip one in the gap and you get a double out of it, I'm like, dude, that's dope, man. You came through. So it a little harder in a championship game. Like I don't know if I saw the ball go over my head and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it feel, but I wouldn't be hating on you, but I'd be like, God damn it, man. I'll be like, dude, that's dope for him. Bottom of the ninth, game-winning home run, championship game. Like we all think about that.
Like I remember, I was playing with the Reds for 3 years. Man, was 2019? Is that how long ago was that?
2019, no, I don't know. Math.
He was saying that he would never guess that you wouldn't have have not hit a home run at Northland.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I mean
That's what he said. He would have never guessed that.
I've hit okay.
Yeah.
I've hit major bombs, like big time long shot.
Yeah.
He's seen them.
Yeah.
But I just haven't got one. I've hit plenty of line drives, but I ain't hit one out there. So
Yeah, not too many people.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming one day, right? Hopefully we'll get it. So hopefully it's in a very
it's always
clutch
gonna be
situation.
something. There's always gonna be like someone's throwing hard.
Always tell people that means that was my power supply. That
Yeah.
was me that pushed it that way. So, you're never gonna win. People are gonna talk their.
The bat was corked.
Yeah, like I think they're giving him. I know a few times people are like, "Oh, well, he's using a bomb bat," but you still got to square it up. You still got to make contact with the
bomb? Is a bomb bat good?
So I don't know, bro. I'm kind of getting close to fucking buying one. I don't know.
I keep breaking my bats. I might buy one.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard to shell over $300 or whatever, but it's I don't know. I'm getting close. I'm getting like that little itch. Like I'm gonna fucking just do it. Like fuck it. See just to see what the hype's about.
I don't know where
Well, when you think about
Armando
your
ends
last
the year, 15 home runs.
Yeah, no shit.
your last 3 bats, you probably spent that alone, right?
No, and of course, you
Yeah.
never think about it that way, right?
Yeah.
It's like you think about it like nobody buys a car cash, really, right? You go buy it in payments. That's why you do it. So if I have to buy, even if I 4 or 5 bats cost me a bomb bat, I'm still gonna be like, hey, I'm still gonna do the 4 or 5 bats because it's little payments I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, but they also say they got pop. So that's more of why I want to try the bomb bat is for the pop, not for the.
They sell it nice. They sell that commercial nice. They got this guy dropping a bomb, turning straight over left. I'm like, man, you got the low angle and everything. I wish somebody could record me doing that. This
Yeah.
bomb bat. They got pop.
Yeah, so that's what they say. Because for me, it's like to me, it's not worth the $300. I don't. Now, I know I broke 2 in one fucking game, right? But and now I think I break 2 on game. I don't know if I broke 3 in the fucking weekend, but I know it's a very expensive weekend. But yes, then it would make sense. But to me, I don't know, man.
What size do they come in?
So there's end loaded and balanced, and then you get them 32, 33, whatever length, and then
Oh, well, George Despond, he swings a 35.
I probably
35
so.
inch.
Yeah, dude. It's,
I was playing around and I think Carlos Ramon was like selling some old hickories. I think it was old hickories. Or no. Yeah, I think it was old hickories. I
Yeah.
think. And then I hop on there and I said, you got a 34. And George hops on there. He's like, you got a 35. I said, you know what? Let me get back on there. You got a 40-inch, dude? You got a 40-inch bat?
Fuck you, right?
I need a log. I need one of those telephone poles,
No shit, dude.
They're on 45.
That bat you were swinging.
Yeah,
in that picture?
that's why he goes, hey man, you should put the bat that you had in Marucci. I was like, you got one of these? So,
Hilarious.
but it's
You could probably go to the Bomb Factory, right? Did you guys go there?
nah, man. We remember we were supposed to go when we were in
Yeah,
Arizona,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
We were supposed to go in Arizona, but
I
you
hear
know,
they have better deals, at the facility.
that's what they said. And I only swung a bomb bat one time and in a game or once or twice. I don't know. I could have hit it wrong, right? I just didn't like the way it sounded. But I need to try it again. Like I think Pedro Rivera has a bomb bat that he kind of lets everybody use. And I don't know why I never. I guess the guy in Prime he bats in front of me, so he's like using it. And so, I want to warm up with it and kind of see how it feels, but he's using it. So then I was like, nah, this bat can't. This
Didn't
bat,
feel right, huh?
well,
I'm gonna be honest. Do
you
y'all
tried?
have superstitions?
a little bit.
I
Yeah,
think we all do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all baseball players have them. I try not to use a lot of it, but I think I have some superstitions.
So what's yours?
Something about the bat. Something about the bat when I'm hitting with it. If I'm hitting with it, and I'm hitting with it, I like to not use it anymore
Really?
because something's like, I'll grab the same bat I just hit a bomb with 2 games ago, and I was using it in the cage for something about it. I'll grab it, and if it just doesn't feel like something's coming good with it, I'll go grab my other one. That's just me. I don't know how other players do it.
But wait, was you saying if you're hitting, then you switch it?
Like, okay, so like I'm talking
Like-
about hitting, not hitting like I'm not talking about like doing good things with it. That's a different story. Like if you're in a game smashing with it, yeah, I'm gonna continue to use
Oh,
the
okay,
same
okay,
bat.
okay. That's
I'm
what's
talking
confusing.
about like practicing with your bat. Like say you're taking BP with it,
Yeah.
practicing, and if I go up to bat with that practice bat,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't feel like I'm gonna get a hit, I'll put that bat down and grab my other bat that's weighted different, even though I didn't practice with it. Because
Interesting.
something's I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to come off weird and crazy, but I feel like low key like I'll grab a bat and it has like I'm just sensing something that's
I'll do the opposite, right? So I have a bat that I just use for BP or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then I have another bat. I just don't want to break it, right? So, but in the game when I don't hit, I get pissed off, and then I'll just grab my BP bat, and then I'll hit with that, and then I just try and stick with it.
No shit.
Yeah.
See, like I don't use game bats in BP. Like I grab a bat that I don't give a fuck about. If it fucking breaks in there, breaks in there. But I do. Lately, what I've been doing is taking my 3 bats out because they're all weighted different, right? And it just depends. I'm like, I think this is the one right here. And then
same thing. Like
you know, a little bit, yeah, yes, I do. I kind of feel like this is the one. And then sometimes I'm like, hey, I already went 0 for 3 right now. Like I need to get a fucking. Let me just switch the fucking bat. Now that the light fucking went out over there. So. It's kind of one of those things where I will switch to bat, but they're all way different. You know what I mean? They're not all the same.
I mean, we're not MLB pros, but let me order let me get
let me try something new.
27 bats for the season.
Yeah, no shit, dude. And
All the same weight with your name on it. A pine tar in the same areas, you know.
I would use different bats for different leagues. Like I wouldn't. I had a superstition about crossing them into different leagues. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I ran into a ball player this weekend, John Wooten, right? Oh shit, I shouldn't even say put him out there like that, but he didn't know about the superstition about stepping on the line.
What?
You heard that, right? You don't step on.
I knew that since I was like a T-baller.
Bro,
you don't step on the line.
Yeah, bro. He was like moonwalking across this motherfucker, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Wow, that's bad mojo.
Hey, proud of it too. He's like, "Yeah, you see these guys,
bro, dude." I said, "Hey, what the fuck? Don't you know?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? I've never heard this before." So I hit up my other buddy. I was like, "Didi, you heard of this shit, right? You're not supposed." He goes, "Yeah, everybody fucking knows that. You jump over the fucking line, you don't step on that shit." I go, "This motherfucker's moonwalking across this motherfucker," and he was just looking at us crazy, bro.
I really believe in that. He goes up there, drops a bomb or something like that.
You know, something else that I do, and I think you do this too. I cannot cross in front of the catcher
Yes.
and the umpire to go to the batter's box. I have to walk around them.
Is that? Oh, that's yours.
That's my thing too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I like crossing. I cross it because it makes me feel like I own it.
Okay.
Like you cross across the plate.
See, like, I don't know. Yeah, I cross it, but this is me, and this is honestly, like I don't care who you are. You're catching. I don't care who you are, what ego you have. I'm crossing in front of you to show you. Like that's just me as a hitter.
Yeah.
Like my dominance. I'm walking in front of you. This is my batter's box. I'm about
That's
to show
cool.
you.
That's
just me.
cool. Yeah. No, it's good.
I mean, I don't know, because
if it works for you, it works for you.
As I've done it since I was a kid. Kind of what my dad told me to do. You walk in front of him.
Okay.
No shit.
So then it just stuck in my head.
Damn, I had to do that.
I'm always like, I don't want to turn my back on anybody, so I'm gonna walk around y'all, right?
you know who fucked me up one time? We were playing in this league, and I think the umpire had his own superstition because every time I'd walk, he'd walk to the fence.
Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker. And I would try to go slow to see if he'd come back in, and motherfucker. So, dude, that game I was going over for fucking like 3 or 4 or some shit like that. I was like, dude, let me walk behind you, motherfucker. Let me do my fucking thing. But now I'm gonna try yours one. I'm gonna try maybe the next game. I'm gonna try to walk to the foot. Like, fuck this guy.
He starts dropping balls. He's like, it works.
It works.
Yeah.
So, but
I don't know if it like really works. It's just for me. Like I like walking straight to the batter's box. You know. Right, and not even. I don't even get right in it. I step to the side, take my little half cuts, you know, shrug my shoulders. I don't do too much of that tapping of the. Nah, I tap it once, point at the pitcher. In my head, I'm telling this pitcher,
I see you.
don't be stupid.
Last time you see that ball, the last time you'll see that ball. Boom.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, I mean, it's everybody has their thing, bro. Like, I mean, pitchers got their thing. Like, I think there was what was a pitcher's one? Like, I think there was this one pitcher. I think it's Sean. He's on the Ironbirds, but he's also on the Aces. I think that like when he's about to pitch, he goes to the other side, right? And I don't know if he goes to the other side or he just goes to the third base side. But he hangs out there, and then boom, he goes to the mound. Yeah, he goes to the mound.
What do you like
as a piece of pitcher, right? So like if he's on the first base side,
yeah,
like he won't just come out of the dugout and go to the mound. He'll walk to the third base side. Yeah, I don't know if it's because it's the opposite or just the fact that it's the third base side, but he'll hang out there, like like there's already 2 outs or whatever. He'll hang out there, and then he'll get up and go to the mound.
You should ask him. Maybe he's just being lazy. Like, you know what? I don't feel like.
Well, no, that's extra work though.
Oh,
because
it
you're walking past it, and then you're going back.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's doing that like.
I think it's super. I don't know. I think it's
and it could have something to do with how you enter the field, right? How we enter the batter's box. We don't want to cross anything.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm lazy. I probably would have just hung out over there. But like, you know, I just don't feel like walking back.
I've seen dudes.
I have a hard time crossing. Like if I ground out, I have a hard time crossing the middle of the field.
I can't do that.
It's like
I can't do that. I feel like disrespectful.
Yeah, like I walk again. I walk behind the umpire or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I do the same thing. I can't. But I always.
Okay, so I do. Have you noticed it? You probably don't. If I ground out, I'll literally walk my ass back straight down first baseline, right back towards grab my own bat and go back in the same way I came in.
But you don't cross like the pitcher's mound or whatever. Like if somebody grabs your bat.
No, I'll literally walk myself out right back down to home plate.
Okay.
In the way I came in.
Okay.
I don't know. Just I don't.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Let's say you run hard the first and you're
Yeah.
out, but they grab your bat. You don't have no reason to go to home. Let's say you're in your third base dugout.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
just
still,
not walk across the
no,
field? So
I
you'll
still,
go
I'll
back to
still-
home
I'll
and then.
still literally
Yeah.
No, fool. He has people to pick up his bat, so he'll just walk through the fucking dugout.
put my gloves on for me.
Dude, you know what my fucking bad habit is, dude? I don't know why, but I'll fucking hit the ball and I'll take off and I'll carry the. I don't even remember carrying the. I'll carry the bat. That bat's usually. And you, if you've ever been behind me, you're like you've. The bat's halfway up the fucking line. Like
Yeah.
it's never by the fuck. And so the next guy goes up and he's like, "Where's the bat?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, sorry, it's over there." And he's like, "There's the bat." I'm like, motherfucker, like fuck
That
it.
that happened to me on Sunday. I never carried a bat as far as I did on Sunday because it was a pop up in the infield, right? All right, so I'm jogging it, but I got the bat in my hand, and the wind is the wind, and it's coming in, it's coming in, and the ball just drops. Like, oh, and I had to throw it away right before I step on first
Oh no
base.
shit! You
Yeah.
carried that far, huh?
Yeah,
Dang.
because I was pissed off. Like, well, this is an out, but it wasn't because the wind was, and boom, dropped. Nobody touched it.
Yeah, the wind was playing some havoc
Yeah.
on some shit, man. But so you didn't get the MVP, right? Because
No, and honestly, like I would, and me being who I am, even if I were to receive it, I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. I was over. Honestly, I was over. I didn't do anything really special in the game that was just spectacular during the two games, and that's
Yeah.
me being humble about it. I'm being telling the truth. Raul deserved it. He
Sweet.
shut it down
yeah,
because if it wasn't for him shutting it down, I mean, look at the first game. It was only 3-2.
yeah,
They had a guy. He wasn't throwing hard. Had us rolling over, popping up, rolling over, popping up. We had a few good hits. Matt Pisano had a good, nice little hit. He other way. We were stroking, but nobody was bringing anybody in.
yeah.
And it showed because most of our games, I'm gonna be honest, we were winning like 10-0, run rolling,
Yeah.
and that guy had his.
So that team gave you a good competition.
It was just It was like really like our offense was we were kind of flat.
yeah.
Chris was hitting, Matt was hitting.
Just not the right times and
Just
shit.
right, yeah, bad timing. The next game, we had a guy a little pumping some gas a little bit, and I really was. I was happy. I'm proud of my team for not letting better baseball get the best of us. We stepped up our game, came in, and did what we had to do. We made like the key word of the week, making adjustments, and then we did.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
No.
how you win games.
No, and it is. We've had. I mean, almost teams that can point to that where like the offense is not in a rhythm and getting the hits at the right time. Right, you'll get them, but it's like not when people are on base. So
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it fucking sucks. Well, that's cool, man. Congratulations on that. I'm glad you guys, did your thing. Congratulations to Chris and Bobby out there and the whole team for fucking 9 players, 2 fucking games one day.
That was the crazy thing. 9 players, and
That's relying on 9 guys, to show up every
shout out
game
to
day.
Gil, man. Shout out to Gil and like our catcher. He caught both games.
Oh,
18 innings.
Shit, I didn't even think about that.
18 innings.
I didn't even think about that 18.
Like,
Fuck,
like
dude.
no one else caught. He caught 18 innings. I can't stand for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. And I
These are done.
hardest position is a fucking catcher. So, but with 9 guys, you're risking 1, shut the fuck up, don't get thrown out. 2, don't get hurt. Right? You could cramp up, you can pull a muscle.
Honestly, in the second game, we saw him kind of like grabbing his legs a little bit. He started, you could tell he's starting to cramp up, but like he
Yeah.
didn't, he buckled down and did what he had to do.
I mean, it was sunny. It was nice and sunny.
Well, dude, on Sunday,
Warm, but sunny warm, It wasn't brutal, but it was pretty warm.
on Sunday, one of my teammates on the Cyclones, he pulled a calf muscle, dude. He was on there. It was a pop up just outside of just outside the infield, and they thought that he dropped it, so they said go, and they said, oh, never mind, he caught it, and then he stopped. And boom, I guess he pulled his fucking leg muscle, and we had to pull him out of the game. So something like that could have happened in that game, and it put you in a different spot. Now you're playing with 8 players.
Yeah. And you in that league, can you start with 8? Like I
Well,
think
that was
HHL.
that was HB. I don't know if we can start with the 8 in HBA, but
Well, I
Metropolitana.
Metropolitana, yeah,
Oh, I don't know, man.
yeah.
I don't. That's a good point. I think you have to have 9.
Yeah.
I think you have to have 9. It's sort of an MLB thing, but
I mean, that's flirting with that line of, hey, we can or we can't do this. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
not based on if someone shows up, but if someone gets hurt or whatever, we don't have any subs. So
yeah, for sure.
that just makes it even harder to win a championship when you don't have any subs to rely on.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like, look what happened to us Saturday, right? Like, 3 of us had to go play a semi playoff game.
Yeah, I
You
think
know.
we have
We
what
know.
10
My
guys,
bad-
10
my
guys
bad.
or something.
We know.
My bad. And but I did want to be there to play against, you know, the Ironbirds and stuff. It was, you know, not the game that we kind of hoped for, but to me, it wasn't for nothing, right? Like, if we had lost the fucking semi playoffs, I'd be like, damn, we lost over here with the Pirates and we lost over here, but we were able to beat them. It was our 3rd game. We should have beat them on the 2nd game like that, but it didn't happen. But we beat them on 3rd game. You know, Johnny Cruz pitched the whole fucking game, and you know, and that team was good, man. I mean, both games were really close. I mean, they came back and they beat us in the 2nd game, but this 3rd game on Saturday, that kind of why we didn't show up on the Pirates game.
Yeah, we know.
is was a good game.
Good
And
for
then-
you.
It was, hey,
You
but,
hear
I-
the saltiness of him not showing up to you.
but here's what's funny, man. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say because these fools were talking shit to me, right? Like, my head. I honestly, my head was somewhere else, man. My work has been on my mind a lot lately, and so I was playing second. And I don't know fucking why, but Cliff makes a badass at short, makes a badass catch, and I'm supposed to turn 2. I just fucking reach out, grab it, and then like, here he goes, go 1, and I was like, oh, it was already too late, bro. I fucked up that double play.
Wow.
So everybody was fucking mad, right? And then I think that game, I was having problems seeing. Everybody was, you know, hitting the ball, not doing this, not doing that, and I don't like the way I was hitting that game. And then one of the cause you know, there's gamblers on both sides of the fucking thing. They put this one guy on 3rd. And he's like, oh man, that fool's fucking trash at 3rd, which, you know, they knew him, right? And Ulysses was pitching, and he was pitching like the sun was behind him. So like he struck me out, I think my 2nd time, and he did a 12-6 curveball, and I couldn't fucking see it. I was like, fuck. And so the next time I went up, I'm like, oh, he must like this, like, you're not gonna get me again, right? And I fucking hit it down the line, got it past Mercano, and scored the RBI in. And of course they're talking shit to me because I think I stole 3rd, and something happened. I almost walked off, but I thought it was 3 outs again. My mind wasn't there again. Hey, get the fuck back to 3rd. And they were talking shit, and I was like, hey, well, you guys are talking pretty loud for guys that didn't get an RBI, man. And so they all kind of, all right. And so that was my way to shut. But I did fuck up, and I told them I was going to say it before they fucking put me on blast.
You were walking off 3rd again? Because you've been doing that a lot lately.
I know, man. I'm just, yes, I did that at the other game. And, dude, I'm telling you, I got to shake off.
Yeah.
I got to let
Because there's still one more base to go.
Yes, there is.
That's really the most important base of the game.
Yeah, I was ready to go, hey, get back. Nah, that one time I was already out, but, you know, I kicked the ball out. But it was a good game, man. So, but we'll see what happens. But let's jump into the scores, man. Let's see what's up. Let's see what the rest of the fucking world
rest
is doing.
of the league is doing.
Yeah, see what the rest of the league was doing. I mean, there were so many bombs this fucking weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah, let's see if we can keep up.
A lot of people were dropping bombs. Huh?
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, it was a
I
lot.
think Josh Booth got one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The Yonkos had 3, dude.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So I played with that boy back in college
I
at
think they
Alvin.
ended up with 4.
He was walking out of Alvin, and I just remember him, man. He was, you know, just tall, lanky kid. You could tell he had some pop, and I just remember him like, you know, like I said, if he keeps working on his game, this kid's gonna get it.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna get it. You know, he's showing it now.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You can see he's grown and filled out into his body. You know what I'm saying?
And what's crazy about Josh, man, he's a leadoff hitter, but he is also he's a bomb threat.
I've seen him drop bombs, Oppo.
Yeah, and that's my point. Like he's a leadoff hitter, but he is a threat. Like he will go, he'll go yard on you. So
So first game, the
what's up, Josh?
Colt 45, they're still on a roll. They beat the Twins 14-3. No bombs there. The Rangers shut out the Aviators 6-0. No bombs. And both of those games were at Northland. The Shooters made it close, but they lost to the Braves 6-5. Padres
What's up, Kyle?
beat the Hellcats 14-5. You think there would be some bombs there, but I didn't see any. So no.
Where at?
The Padres.
Well, Jimmy wasn't there. He was with me.
Yeah, that's probably why, huh? The Pirates and the Ironbirds. There was a bomb there. We already talked about it. Nice hit for Choice.
Unnamed batter.
Yeah.
Anonymous batter. At the
9-6. It felt like more than that. It felt like we lost more than that.
What to
the
Ironbirds.
Ironbirds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had 7 errors. We had too many errors. You have 7 errors, you can't win a game. It's tough, especially when the other team is playing.
Honestly, like I'm gonna be honest. As you know, this is the Pirates.
Yeah.
If we were to stay stroking the whole way through, even if we weren't hitting the ball hard, it would have been a different game. I felt like we just weren't hitting at the right time.
Yeah.
At the right time. Like we'll get a hit, nice hit, boom, and nothing happens.
That happens after that. Yeah.
Or nothing happens, and boom, another nice hit, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
But we scored in the first 4 innings. We had 2, 1, and 2.
That was it.
Yeah, and that was it. So we actually took the lead, but we turned around and gave it right back.
And like we gotta execute on defense.
We had a terrible call. That tag, that was a no tag
Yeah.
on Jorge.
Yeah,
We never really recovered after that.
I'm gonna be honest. That it was a terrible call.
Yeah.
But as a player, and if that shouldn't even be an issue because
You can't make it close.
you can't make it close for one. And honestly, we shouldn't even gave them the lead in the first place. But hey, baseball is the way it is, and they came out on top. Like
Yeah.
they did what they had to do.
Yeah,
You-
they capitalize on mistakes. Yep.
Well, if you take those, let's say we weren't hitting, right? Or we only hit as much as we did that game, but you take those errors away, and we'd still probably win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had 3 runs in the first inning, and they were all unearned.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was still a good game, but that's just what happens.
They and
they
honestly,
took advantage.
Yeah, and honestly, as a team, what would
They
you
only
do?
had 2 more hits than us.
Yeah.
Because if y'all were on that team, y'all would have done the same thing. It's any team that starts making mistakes, you capitalize.
You
on
got to
it.
capitalize on them. Yep. You do.
And they did that. They saw it and then they took advantage and they went with it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
congrats to them.
And that
See y'all in
guy threw well.
playoffs.
He had a decent little curveball. He was throwing it well.
Yeah.
What's the coach's name? I forgot his name.
Hunter.
He goes up to Choice. Be careful with this guy.
You got a reputation, bro.
I was just like, yeah. Shout out to Choice. Choice should try to call time. I gotta see if my arm hurts. I gotta throw a couple balls back to the pitcher. I was
Yeah.
arm's fine, dude.
So the Redbirds beat the Avengers 13-7. Elijah had a bomb in that game,
Yeah, he did.
and then the
Spring Spirit.
Yeah. Cyclones over the Marlins 12-5.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that one kind of ran away toward the end of the game.
Who?
Cyclones and Marlins.
12 to
They
5.
whooped our ass too.
Yeah.
That was another game you missed, Mondo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See a pattern there?
Yeah. Scott Stanley did have a home run
That was
too,
good. That was good. Let's see a pattern there.
but we know he can. hit
You're the
ball.
life of the team, dude.
Right,
we
we're
have to rub your
glue.
head for
Well,
good luck, bro.
It's me and the Pedros. See, it's me and the Pedros.
Oh.
we got like a little
You and
nucleus there.
Pedros.
The Pedros, man. So,
That's what it is. That's what it is, guys. It's him and the Pedro.
So let's move to Sunday.
okay.
You talked about the Yard Goats. They won 16-9 over the Bobcats. No.
No, that's a no. I think it's last week.
I am last week.
Yeah.
I am behind, sir.
Yeah.
I got snacks.
10-1.
I was
Sorry.
gonna buy. I was
They
gonna buy
played
pizza, bro.
Coastal.
Yeah, they did. They played the stealth. They
The
played the stealth,
The
man.
stealth. You said there was 3 home runs, but there's actually 4 home runs.
The stealth hit one too.
No. For the Yard Goats, I see 4. I got Josh, I got Cole, Daniel, and Chase.
So I think maybe one of here's the thing: either Raul's a Daniel hater, or it was an in the park home run.
Oh, okay.
That's all I can think about because
Which I can't tell a difference. All I
Yeah.
see is home runs, and I got 4 guys here.
yeah, and
Whose name did you not have? Daniel?
Daniel. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Either he's a Daniel hater or he's or he was in the park home run because
It doesn't count,
It
yeah.
doesn't count. So
Okay, well,
hey, so Tim, did you pitch against the Stealth? I know you. I know
I
we
see,
talked.
I see 2 innings here.
Oh, he pitched-
Raul had 6, Tim had 2.
So Tim closed it out.
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's a
Yeah,
lethal
Tim's not
combination.
really an opener, I wouldn't think so.
What do you mean?
You wouldn't put him 2 innings to open the game, right, and then send it to Raul.
Oh, that's right. Nah.
Yeah.
Maybe use it.
Oh, he said nah Oppo over the fence. Oh, for Daniel. Okay. So yeah, so then we'll put it on Raul why Daniel didn't make it to the highlight reel
Okay.
because he said he was up over the fence. So
Maybe there's just too many to keep up with. That is a possibility.
What do you mean Oppo?
no, so there, on the score over there, I mean on the book over there was 4 home runs, right?
Yeah.
But Raul only sent me 3.
Okay.
So the one I didn't post was Daniel. So I just figured, hey, Daniel probably hit in the park home run, but we come to find out that he actually went over the fence. So I guess Raul's a Daniel hater. But nah, he probably just forgot, bro. That's a lot of fucking home runs, 4 home runs and shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
So the Aces beat the Naturals 8-6.
What's up, Tim?
No stats there. And then you guys played the Bobcats, and you beat them 10-3. And I believe there was a couple homers there.
Yeah.
Martin and Steven.
Yeah, what's funny about Steven's about my age, he's 40, I think he's 42. He catches and he damn, exactly, bro.
How
Hey.
old?
Damn, that's old. But he grabbed his bat, right? And he's like, I'm about to hit one.
Oh,
And then he fucking and I was like, God damn, this will call this shit.
Something, I don't know, man. Like
So like you said, you get a feeling, right?
it's just something in you, man. Like as a hitter, dude, like you go up to bat, and a lot of times I do go up to bat knowing.
Mhm.
I go up to bat knowing that I'm gonna hit good. You know, it's just, and I think to be a good hitter, you should.
Yeah, you should be
If you're
confident.
going up there hoping to hit, you're probably not gonna
Yeah.
hit. Dude.
Yeah, you're already beat, really.
I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
I hope. No,
Yeah.
I hope I
mean,
could get a hit against this guy. Like,
Yeah.
mentally, you're done.
If I
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of things take into place. You know, like you. I don't know how other hitters go up there, but I go up there and I can just I sense not 60 feet, 6 inches away. I sense fear sometimes. I sense it. Or even if he is confident. Okay, you don't feel my confidence too.
Yeah.
You see how
Yeah.
confident I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's a pitcher's game. It's a pitcher's game. If you're going, it's a pitcher's game because that's one of the hardest things in the world to hit a round ball with a round bat.
Yeah.
And I don't care who
And
you are.
Square it up,
And
right?
square it up.
Yeah.
So anybody, and a lot of people that don't play baseball, they like to say, "Oh, it's too easy." Okay, get up there.
You do it then, man.
Well, let me ask you, do you have any evidence of someone saying, I'm about to hit one, and they don't? Can you recall
Very
something
rare.
like
No,
that?
very rare. Very rare.
It is very rare because most people don't have, but it's always fun to see when you call it. Like when you have the feeling and then you call it. And then, Martin's home run, Martin's hit a few, but the funny thing about Martin's not a big dude. Like, you know who Martin is, right?
Sure.
And he's not a big dude, but he hit the shit out of it, right? But it's funny because it just, he hit it and he's staring at it like confidence, like, and then he flips back. And it's weird because he's so quiet. I don't see him that way, right? Like I can see Dre doing some shit like that, or Jimmy doing some shit like that. But like
Right.
him, I just didn't see that, and it was fun. I was like, this motherfucker is staring at it, like, and like all confident. Yeah, motherfucker, fucking went out, and then it was a shot. Man.
Well, it's good that he knows it was about to go out, because you don't want to do that and it lands a little short, right?
Which there's been people like that, right? That we've seen that, like
Yeah.
they turn into a long single.
Yeah.
So it
I
is.
hate that.
Yeah. It's the confidence that you have, but
We should shout out Coulter as well. Looks like he pitched a complete game with 12 strikeouts, no walks, and only 1 earned run.
dude, Coulter's, man, it's
Beasting on the mound.
beasting on the mound, man. I mean, that dude just dicing fools up. Huh?
Who's he play for?
On Sunday with us, he plays with the Cyclones, and then on Saturday he plays with the Marlins. I think, did he pitch against us on the Marlins?
Yeah.
He did, right? Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were there, right?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he remembers me.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher, man. And here's the thing. Shit. I think it was the game before he had 3-0.
Really?
And he swung on 3-0 and he fucking hit a home run. Now, I give it to him, like he'd be the guy to do that, like, you know, and he's not the one that's really gonna pop up. He always squares it up and he knows where to find the holes and shit, but he just 3-0, boom, fucking shot,
Nice.
sends it. So
Let's jump to 365. You know, because there was some home runs there also.
Man, it was a good weekend, huh?
I know.
365.
Hey, you know
had-
why it was a good weekend? You know why it was a good weekend?
why?
Because of the wind.
Because, no, that was not because. I'm about to get religious on it, you know what I'm saying? Because Easter's coming up. We about to
Oh,
take-
it's just
take a
coming
break.
up. All right.
About to take a break, you
Good,
know.
Good
we gotta
Friday. Good Friday.
Good Friday's coming up. We got
That's
to take a
right.
break, you know. Got to
Yeah.
get our home
You
runs
know,
in.
well, you think there'd be a break the whole weekend, but no, it's just half the weekend because we're still playing Saturday, but
We
we're
still
not
got a
playing
game
Sunday.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, in the Veterans League, there was talks that we were gonna have to play Sunday. I was like,
Are you serious?
yeah,
Huh.
there was no, they were
Oh,
like,
so y'all are like grandpas now. Not even dads anymore.
now here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna tell you.
They put Easter eggs on the field and shit.
Oh, man. That
Guys, you guys are so shit talking motherfuckers. Hey, you know what's funny, dude?
What's
This is-
funny?
I'm gonna tell you. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Is
Is
we're the youngest guys. We're the youngest team.
Got the youngest old guys?
Yes, dude.
It's funny.
Like we're in our early 40s, but everybody's like in the 50s and 60s and shit.
Does that make you feel good?
Well, no, because these
'Cause they
dudes
can
can
ball, yeah.
No, these dudes can ball. No, these dudes can
I
fucking
believe
ball.
it. I believe it.
Yeah,
if
these
you're,
dudes can
if you're, I'll be honest with this. This is me giving y'all some credit. If y'all are playing ball anywhere after the age of 45, good. Your body is blessed.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I know guys that are my age, younger than me, just hurting.
Yeah.
You know, they hurt a knee, they don't come back from it. They hurt a back, they don't come back from it. Because you don't know what happens. Sliding
Yeah.
wrong, any little tweak.
Break a collarbone, you might never
You
see him
know?
again.
Yeah, no, it's real.
Yeah.
Like,
Not this guy.
No, I mean, and that's like the week before. I had I had 6 games, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 6 games, and I was on my 5th game, and the guy was like, he goes, "Hey Mondo, like, how old are you?" I'm 43, and he's like, "Damn man, that's cool," you know, because I'm playing, you know, in the same division here. And then he's like, "I'm like, yeah, dude." I go, "This is my 5th fucking game," and he's like. He looked at me like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Dude, I played 1 fucking game and I'm dead the next day." And I said, "I got a game tomorrow, dude." I said, "You just gotta take care of yourself, man. It's not easy, man, but you just gotta take care of yourself."
Mine only eats once a day. You know, he fasts and he drinks juices and stuff like
And
that.
when you keep doing it, that is beneficial, right? So long as you continue to do it right and you don't hurt yourself, right? Because so you stay active, you tend to.
Well, what I found the secret for me that when I'm gonna have one of those weekends where I'm playing a shitload of baseball, like I gotta stretch before, and I gotta stretch after. Like because otherwise the week up the next day, dude, and you're stiff, like your arm, you don't want to even play. But the next day I wake up like nothing, and so, I found that to be the secret for me. Like you just gotta fucking stretch. You know, I hit it with the fucking massage gun and boom, let's go.
I always like, you know, going out to the club, getting trashed. It already works out for me.
this fool's like, hey, let's go somewhere, like, bro. It's like already 9
Can
o'clock,
we
bro.
get a game at 9? No.
Is that why you show up 5 minutes
Why are you
before the
calling
game?
me at 2 in the morning? No, I'm playing, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta tell you something. This is gonna be funny. Championship day. This is Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I went out Saturday. I'll be honest. I went out. I didn't get trashed or nothing like that. I went out. I was on a date. You know, it
Okay.
was cool. But I see Chris out.
Your coach?
My coach, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He comes up to me and he just sends the text, "Show up on time, Dre." And I send him like an emoji, like with the thumbs up emoji. And sure enough, like an hour later, I'm like, he comes up to me. He's like, "What's up, dude?" I'm like, "What's up with this text, bro?
Hey, you're the same
You
spot.
gonna
eh?
be on time?"
No shit, dude.
No, we didn't stay out too late. We just, hung out for a bit and went home. But the real reason why I was barely on time was because I set my alarm for 9 p.m., not 9 a.m. That was a dumb part on me. So
But so
bad,
you could
Chris.
confuse it when you have just a little bit to drink, right?
No, I really wasn't. Like,
Good point, Cody. Good point, Cody. Touche, Cody.
If you're stone cold
man.
sober, I don't know. Maybe you don't make that.
Well, first off,
I was in a hurry to make
mistake.
my alarm clock.
first off, are you using a phone or are you using like a fucking bedside clock?
No, who has that?
Well, I feel like you do because
You have one, right?
no. This is why I'm saying
It's
that.
okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you how you.
You're 45. You're 42.
listen,
right?
listen.
Okay.
I speak my alarm, so I will tell
Oh,
Siri
yeah,
or I will tell.
He's from LA, guys. He speaks to everything.
I'm like, hey Siri,
Alexa.
wake me up at 5 a.m. That's what I say, and that's it. It's done.
I think it hurt me over there.
Yeah, I think it did too. The alarm's gonna go off at 5 a.m. But that's what I do. But I get it, man. It shit happens. But the important thing is you won, and everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
right? Everything happens for a reason. So you did your thing, and you're gonna ride that one to sunset.
Maybe it's funny, but maybe your game performance mirrored how you got to the game, right? You getting there late, so that translates into you getting a late start
And I don't-
into the game.
and
Like, I don't deliver to the last
And
one.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad that you said that too, because it makes me it reflects on me as a player. Most times when I show up just on time, I'm fine. I'm fine. I can play. I can perform what I need to do. But I think, yeah, you know what? Right? I should have shown up a little earlier. A little earlier and
Take,
been a
take
little.
little swings on a tee or
Maybe
something.
two, maybe two swings. I didn't take none. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, I think I walked into that game at first too confident, too like, I got this. I'm good. And I was hitting the ball hard, just wasn't landing.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what he told me because it gave me a little fire.
Changed it, right?
It changed my thinking.
For sure.
It changed my thinking to make it like, you know what? Nah, this guy ain't gonna beat me. He's
Yeah.
right. I need to make an adjustment. I need to
Yeah.
I need to be who I am. And then
Can you imagine the shit talking you would have got? You show up a minute late. You went over fucking 10,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you lose the game. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck, man?"
you ain't worth a shit.
Yeah, you went to shit. That's why, because you went out.
What'd
Right?
you do last night? Huh?
Yeah. So, but I mean, everything happens for a reason, bro. And you did your thing, man. So it
That's why
it worked out.
It was almost like a flu game Jordan right there,
Yeah, exactly right.
A flu game Jordan. Jordan wasn't even had the flu. He was out gambling the night before. That's the real story of that.
All right, I'm going to knock this out. The Aztecas rolling again, 21-6
21-6.
against the Drillers. Interesting game. What's the...
It's Dre over there
Okay.
listening to himself talk.
So that was something interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
How do I sound?
That's what I'm saying.
There's something interesting in that game. I want to shout out real quick.
Yeah.
The third baseman for the Drillers. There was a play at third. Right, we only had one umpire, and I don't think he could see well anyway.
Right.
So there was a play at third. It was like a swipe tag. It
Yeah.
missed him by a foot at least. Kind of like the swipe at Jorge.
Yeah.
The umpire called him out, and Jorge was on the bag, and he didn't even know he was out because it was obvious that he was safe, right,
Yeah.
for everybody else except for the umpire.
Yeah.
And he's not leaving the bag, and he's like, "Hey, you're out." He's like, "What? He didn't even tag me." The third baseman goes up to the umpire and says, "Hey, look, I promise you, I didn't even tag this guy. Like, he should be safe." You don't see that.
No, you don't.
And he's like, "Oh, okay," and he calls him safe.
And that's
So I
always,
respect him for that.
and that's always been my point, right? Like
Right.
until you start to see when a play negatively affects you and you correct them. Like, when you correct them and it's already going your fucking way, you never see that shit, right?
A player did that?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
When
You
was
don't.
this? When was this?
This was Sunday.
For who?
It was the 365,
But
which
no, like
is
what team?
that was the third baseman for the Drillers when they were playing the Aztecas. Yeah.
And so,
Okay.
and that's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
they were beating the Aztecas,
No, the Aztecas were beating them.
and
Eh.
who came clean with that?
The guys who were losing.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing.
You don't
Listen,
do that.
Here's the thing. It was out.
If I was that,
It was out of
okay,
hand. It was
I'm-
out of hand.
I know,
Yeah.
but you don't do that. You don't do. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Like some of the best players. I mean, I remember you see Jeter coming up to bat.
Yeah.
He got. I remember that he played off a ball getting hit. He got hit by, hit the knob of it,
Yeah.
the knob of the bat, and he plays it off all the way. I mean, honestly, it's part of the game, man.
Right.
It is.
So
It's part of the game.
when you look at the competitiveness in the MLB versus the competitiveness for the or the competitive level
Okay.
for 365,
I see you.
then you will understand that.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to be out there and watch the game. I probably would have not been.
But
so
here's the thing. That's why I always
But
say.
there's only one umpire, and he was struggling at that, right?
Yeah.
So it was tough for him. So he was just trying to help the umpire. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was.
you know who's the best one umpire to have on the field? You'll get mad, but you just can't get mad at him.
Who?
Hector. De Leon. Hector. De Leon. The one De Leon.
The
Hector.
president.
Hector. Yeah. So you got Richard De Leon
Oh,
Sr.
okay.
You got Richard Jr.
Yeah,
You got Hector. his brother.
Okay. I'm sure.
Hector makes a call and looks away. And that's it. Like they
There ain't
he ain't
nothing.
changing it. And he just is. He's done it so long. That's it. That's the call.
That's the call. And that's what it should be, man. Really, honestly. It's just, hey, I made the call, whether it's right or wrong, we gotta go.
Got to go with it.
Yeah.
Hector's so calm and collective as an umpire. I've heard people curse at him, yell at him, and he just waves at you.
Like, yeah, man. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know whether to get mad at that or not. I've known him for so long. He just smile like, dude, all right.
Next game is the Hitmen and the Lumberjacks. The Hitmen won. Well, they won by 10-11.
Oh, wow.
And they had a home run.
Wait, Lumberjacks won?
The Hitmen won
Oh, man.
11-10. They had some help. They had a little bit of help. But there's a home run listed, Alex Martinez. Now, I don't know
Is that the real one?
if that's an inside the park or if that ball actually went over the fence. I don't know. I wish I had that data, but I don't. And I'm sure no one really knows that's listening. It could have been a Little League home run.
Yeah.
We actually had one of those in the Aztecas,
Yeah,
which is a
it's a-
triple and an error, or maybe even a double and an error. It just
Yeah.
2 errors. It just depends, right? So I don't know who's scoring that, but could be legit. Anyway, I'm going to call it out because it's listed.
I'm gonna lean toward Little League home run.
Okay, because I think there's going to be another one here. The Gamblers beat the Diablos 17-5. And there was a home run on both sides. Daniel Balboa had a home run
Love that last name. That's a
Yeah.
nice last
Balboa,
name.
right?
with the Gamblers, and Joe Morales had one against the Diablos. Like I said, inside the park, maybe. Who knows?
Perhaps, yeah.
Unless they're getting some help, and these guys are just hitting it over.
I mean,
the fence.
it was a windy weekend, so
Yes, yeah, not at Veterans. It was
you're coming in, yeah.
into the plate.
Which is, that's normal
Yeah.
over there, yeah.
Vaqueros beat the Gladiators 11-9, and I don't think that was no home run. And who knows what happened with the Vipers and the Derricks, because there's nothing there. So that is it for 365.
I got a question. So why don't more leagues start doing the the GoPro on it? I think that should happen more often.
So it's interesting you bring that up. First off, Renee says you got to stop bullying the pitchers. That's what Renee says. Renee Hernandez. It's up there, fool. I don't know if you can see that far. For a guy that has good eyesight on baseball, you really can't fucking read this shit. I mean, but anyway, so there is some talk of bringing Stadium Cast to other leagues, right? And so they like on the Aztecas, they what they have is basically a little holder for the phone, and then they just shoot it up to Stadium Cast, and you're able to watch the game live, or same way you'd watch the HBA game. So you may see other leagues. It just depends. See, the thing is you got people want to have to put the effort in it, right? Like, unless you got a fixed camera, you're gonna have to do like either GoPro or like what Xavier does and puts his phone up there connected to Stadium Cast and do it that way. But people are gonna have to want to do it.
Honestly, because dude, all these leagues could have exposure.
Yeah,
there's a
for
lot
sure.
of talent everywhere.
And that's what it's funny you say that, because there was a guy on the base. I think it was Pete Murillo. I think, if I remember right. But he goes, hey man, what's the deal with why is there so many home runs in HBA? Like, what's the deal, right? And then we started going down that path. I already knew what that path. I already knew what the conversation was gonna go. Oh, it's a small field. It's a little league field.
No.
But here's the deal. The thing is, the reason you're starting to see is because there's exposure, because there's footage, right? It doesn't mean that Metropolitana, doesn't mean that Obrera, doesn't mean the veterans don't have home runs. It's just there's not exposure there because there's no video there, right?
Like
And there's no stats
playing,
either.
I remember playing in Coastal, and dude, you would see some bombs.
Yeah.
You would see some. I remember playing against Cuba. You see them hitting bombs, hot shots hitting bombs. You would see a few of the other teams hitting bombs. We play some of the Pecos teams. You know, you would see bombs and nobody's getting seen.
Yeah.
You just, tell your homies or your teammates to record it, and hope. I think
Yeah.
there should be more recordings.
For sure,
More
dude.
recordings.
I agree, and that's why I try to tell people like that dude that took your who the fuck took the fucking video when you were at
Zach.
LFA?
Yeah, Zach. That was
Okay.
cool. That was cool.
Shout out to fucking Zach.
Zach Miller.
Probably the best footage of a home run I've seen. Like that one almost looked like some fucking like production shit. That
Yeah, he walked up next to
bro,
me.
it looked like it was set up, bro. Like, okay, you're gonna hit the home run, right? And then I'm gonna walk up and do this to you.
Right.
Like it looked just that good, right? It was dope. So
Followed me into the dugout.
bro,
That was clean, dude.
I mean, it was the dude like should be a fucking cameraman. But when you have more of those, if you fucking send them my way, I'm gonna fucking post them, man, and let everybody share them and see, see what's up, man. So it's the problem with the other leagues, man, is two things. One, no, everybody wants to keep the fucking book stat. Nobody wants to put some shit on the website, right? And two is having the camera footage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember like when we played at Coastal, you would see the camera footage.
Yeah.
But you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
You got to pay. You know what? It might be
You got to pay for it in HBA.
for real.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, it used to come with the league fee, but
That's probably why. It's probably why I'm not even.
but not anymore. It's monthly, like everything else.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
Just
it's
drafting it out of your bank account.
Got to make a buck somewhere, you know.
Mhm.
yeah, but it's because it costs money to put the shit up to
Yeah,
service and
the
shit.
cloud holds it. Everything's on demand, right? You pull a game from a year ago and it's there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's and then I supply the graphics and shit on there, and so you
Somebody's
can
got to pay him.
you got to look at the you can look at the graphics and shit, and then know by the data what's going on. I mean, it's they definitely put some work into it to make it look nice. I mean, it's but it's one of those things where if some of these leagues took a step towards, hey, at least keeping a book that you could load up to a website, that would be great, because we could pull it up here and talk about it. Like, hey, man, this dude hit home run, this dude went 4 for 4, whatever the fuck comes out of that.
I wish So we got HBA, we got Houston Hardball, you got 365, all these leagues, Liga Obrera, Coastal.
Yep.
They need. I feel like, especially Obrera. That's one of the bigger leagues.
Heck yeah.
And they got a lot of talent in that league.
Yeah,
a
they
lot
do.
of talent.
Ton of teams.
It's always
Yeah.
been like that. I mean, I
Yep.
remember
Yeah.
playing it back. I've been playing in that league since I was 16, dude. I
Yeah.
remember playing against guys, ex-pros, just pumping gas, dropping bombs. And that's back when the metal bat days,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Beezer bats.
Yeah.
And, dude, you would see unreal stuff. Like,
Agree.
I don't care if it's a metal bat. You still got a guy in there pumping 90, and you got to turn on that.
Yeah.
See a bomb just leave off this guy's bat. I remember his name was Epi. Dude played pro or something like that. And the guy would drop a bomb oppo every time. It had to go at least 5 something. Had to go. Like, stupid far. But no one saw it. You just remember it. You know what I'm saying? You just remember it. And it's like, I know it was back in the day, and the technology has evolved, but still, I feel like you still see that nowadays. We're just seeing it. I wish they had it,
Yeah, I mean, like Jose says, he goes, at least the website. Like, here's the thing, man. Like the time that me and Cody put in here into doing the show, it's just our time, right? We don't get paid for this shit. But, if we could grow this thing to where we could have, like, everybody feeds into this one website and everybody goes through and you can click like, all right, this is Obrera, this is this. That would be fucking awesome. But that costs money, right? And that costs time to fucking put it together, because you got to maintain the website. Somebody's got to fucking do it. But it's definitely, if somebody wanted to collaborate and go, man, dude, I know how to make a fucking website, you know, and whatever. Hey, I don't mind bringing the fucking people together and doing some shit like that. Because here's another thing, because this subject came up a while ago. It came up with Misha, you know, Mike Williams, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about, like, in the East Coast, those leagues, like, you can go back 10 fucking years and see, like, he would say, like, if you made your 100th hit or your, you know, 200th RBI, like, they'd recognize it because they would see the stats. Everybody was feeding into the same, you know, because it was. Now, we're lucky that there's 5, 6, 7 fucking leagues here, but over there was like one league, so it was a little bit easier to feed to one website.
How many teams are in Houston Harbor?
Well, you got different divisions. You got open, you got 30 and up, 40 and up. Yeah.
We got 8 and 30 and up.
Yeah.
I think there's 5 and 40.
I'm talking about ours.
30 and up is 8.
Yeah.
We're not 30. I'm talking about the Saturday League.
Oh, HBA.
You said HHL.
No,
Yeah.
Houston Harbor. You said Houston Harbor.
Okay, well that is HHL, right?
Houston Hardball League, yeah. Houston Hardball League, yeah.
Yeah.
HHL.
Isn't that the one we playing?
No, we're playing,
It's HBA, Houston Baseball Association.
yeah, Houston Baseball Association.
Oh, my bad, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which used to be a
I was
part
so
of another
positive.
national
I said it
organization.
with confidence. No, I said
Yeah.
Houston Harbor.
Yeah. I think it's 14.
Yes, you did, and I'm telling you, it's 8 damn teams.
I think it's 14 teams, right? 14?
Yeah, 14.
What I think needs to happen is like a collaboration of 2 leagues, because if there was a real, like, legit, not just weekends, you know, we got some weekday games, you know, weekend games, like a legit league. And I know it's hard because we all work, we all have kids, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't have any kids, but people that do have families and stuff like that, it's hard. You know, you got to make commitments to a team, and it's hard. But if there was a collaboration of two leagues, do it like, you know, the way it is. You know, 30 teams. You know, you split the league in half. North side of Houston, south side of Houston. That'd be a ridiculous amount of
It would.
exposure.
But here's, let me ask you this. I get what you're saying, but I kind of like the way it works now, because today we're teammates, tomorrow we're opponents, right? Like
True.
like when you were facing Chris, Padres and Pirates, but your teammates on Sunday. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over
Right.
here facing the Padres, but yet after that
Sorry,
game,
Chris.
I'm gonna go play with them on the same fucking team.
Sorry for the past, Chris.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of like that. I don't know. I kind of like that because, like, on Saturday, I played with them on the Stecas, and he goes, "Hey, today we're friends, bro, but tomorrow we're enemies because I was playing against him as against the Bobcats." And I don't know why, I just kind of like that. Like, I like that you're friends today and just, you know, opponents tomorrow, man, and it just works out. But I do get the big team too. I mean, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, man, it's there's a lot of competition. But here's the thing, man, and you know this. It costs money to fucking have that kind of organization.
You're exactly right.
You know what I mean?
You're right, and that's why, you know, I'm just saying, like, I'm just throwing it out there, like, man, that would be really cool if that happened.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because, you know, when we first started, you know, the show, I remember one of the comments I used to say, I'm like, dude, Obrera has fucking talent. It's just not as organized. That's the fucking problem. You know what I mean?
And honestly, it's always been that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. There was a year
Because
there
it
was a few-
works without it, right? It's an added expense if they do it, and that's just something that whoever's in charge is not willing to do.
So back in the day, I you know, Obrera had these 3 fields.
De Leon, right?
De Leon. Dude,
Yeah.
that place was rocking. Like, I'm talking about. See, this is old school baseball that I grew up on.
Old school Houston baseball,
Old school
yeah.
Houston baseball, and I'm sorry, like, it has changed and evolved, and there's nothing wrong with it. I get it, you know. Facebook came involved, you know, this podcast, and a lot of, and it's cool. But I'm talking about old school baseball. I'm sorry, that back in the day, you pissed somebody off, you getting one in your ear. You pissed somebody off, you seen somebody in the park, and that was this way it was. No one pimped home runs. You pimped home runs, you know something's gonna happen to you next time. And
Yeah.
no one. And if you talk shit, and it was like, you better back the shit up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just the way it was. You saw guys pumping 90 your age, still pumping it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You saw guys turning double plays. Like, man, why is this guy not somewhere being seen?
Yeah.
The thing was, a lot of those guys were. A lot of those guys played pro.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to play hard baseball. And it's like, I don't know why. I think I know why.
Well, no, you know why, because you got one in the ear and they got to fucking fight.
Yeah, it was just bad. And you know what? And you know,
the cops rolled up on that one, right? The last fight.
It was bad.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it was really, really bad. But the thing was, I wish there was like that was organized. You had a game on every field at the same time.
Yeah.
There's 3 fields.
It was complex.
Yeah, it was a perfect complex. The parking lot was big.
Yep.
3 fields. You had one at 10. You had one at 1. I think if they could fit one in, you had one at 3.
Was any lights?
I think there was one. The middle field had lights.
Okay.
I think. It's hard to remember, dude. It's been years. But what I'm saying is, it's just when you pulled up to that park, that facility, dude. The energy, you know, you got kids running around, you had dogs running around, you had, you can after you get done with a game, you walk over to the next field.
Watch one.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You would stay there all day if you could.
But okay, so I see your energy getting just thinking about that shit, and I think it's fucking dope. But it goes back to what I used to say, like you can't fucking mimic MLB, right? Because we're fucking dudes from the streets, right? True. You fucking catch one in my ear. Yeah. I'm gonna catch you in the fucking parking lot because you know what? I gotta work the next fucking day. Exactly. You know what I mean? You're gonna hurt me. You know,
you're taking food off my table.
Yeah, you're taking food off my table. I mean, dude, Pete took one in the elbow or the wrist, 90 some miles an hour, dude, and you know it looked suspicious, right? And so, Pedro Rivera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he took one and like at 90, right, 90 some miles an hour, and luckily, he has owned his own business, so him having a cast for a couple of weeks didn't.
Oh, he had to wear a cast.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. And that's my point. So my point is, think about that, okay? You're talking about wear one in the fucking ear, right? I think leave that shit in MLB. Number 2, look what it cost you because of that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I'm glad you kind of brought that up because. You know, right now you play HBA, bro. You know what's up. We play on some good. Northern Christian's a great fucking field.
Yeah.
You know,
there's certain things you just. I understand it completely what you're saying. Cause I'm just remembering it as a kid. I was 16 years old. Yeah. I'm a child. I wasn't even supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I hit somebody on accident. This grown man, 35-year-old, wanted to fight me, thinking I was 18. I was like 16. You know, but like it was just the energy of knowing that, like knowing something could pop off. Because these guys are from the streets or they don't care.
Yeah.
To nowadays, it's like it's a different feeling. It was a different. You got like it was different going up to bat.
Yeah.
It was different because you got not only a guy that can strike you out, but he can hurt you. And it's like here, there's a lot, and I get it. You know, it's better to have rules. It's better.
Well, there's different leagues, right? I think there's a place. For everything, right? Yeah. So it's like, well, HBA, like you hardly see any of that, right?
Of course, because first of all, everything's recorded.
It's just ran differently, right?
Who hit that guy? Let's just replay it back down, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that stuff still exists, what you're talking about, but it's only in certain places, right? And if people don't want to deal with that, then they have options to go and play in other leagues, and that's what's great. It's a big market.
Hey, what's up, Rhino? And that's my point, man. Because here's the thing. Like, dude, almost everybody who I've had on the show that's played in Houston a long time always brings up De Leon. Like, you guys get me fucking jealous. Like, damn, I kind of wish I was fucking over here.
Honestly, like, it was just an experience that you had to be there to see it because it was not just fun. You went there,
but it's competitive. I get it.
It was competitive.
But my point is, because motherfuckers gonna control their fucking emotion, ruined it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And that's what I say. Like, look, I'm super competitive, man. Like, I want to fucking beat you, right? But I'm not trying to beat your ass. And not only that, I'm not trying to do because I'm not trying to ruin it for everybody else. Because, dude, you get into a fight at Northern Christian, we lose. We're done at that field. Yeah. You fucking shoot somebody, stab somebody at fucking mall, we're fucking done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and Spring Spirit,
it's even worse.
Even worse. Fucking Spring Spirit, you know, so it's a Christian fucking place. And it's turf, bro. And you fuck that up, like, you're going to ruin it. We're going to be here 20 years later talking about, man, remember we used to play on Spring Spirit? Remember we used to play? And it's like, for what? Over somebody's emotion. So that's why I always tell the guys, dude, keep your fucking emotions in check. fucking shut the fuck up and just play the fucking game, take your fucking beating, whatever, and just move on. And the same thing's gonna happen if we don't continue to respect the fucking umpires too, right? They're not gonna want to fucking umpire. There's only few, right? Like you said, Hector. There's a few guys out there that will just let that go.
Yeah.
But they start to say, you know what, bro? I'm tired of this fucking shit. I'm tired of it. I'd rather go get yelled at by fucking somebody's fucking a special kid that plays shortstop and all this other shit. I'd rather get yelled at her than by this dude that's gonna kick my ass right here, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta keep our shit. We gotta keep ourselves in check. Right, gotta keep ourselves just so we don't lose this fucking field. Because I don't want to be having this fucking story later. Like, dude,
Oh no. I don't think it'll happen nowadays. Like,
I hope
think,
not.
I don't think it will because honestly, I think that the era that has came up is a lot different from what I used to play in. And I'm not that old, but what I used to whenever I was a kid, I'd see guys.
You exposed to all that, yeah.
I was exposed to a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that play true Sunday league ball.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of crazy shit. A lot of people that didn't care. And the thing was, you stayed cautious about what you said, about what you did. You played hard, but you don't do stupid things to show up anybody. Because back in the day, you
Yeah.
Well, there's consequences.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, I get it. You hit a home run, you ran around the bases. You hit a home run, you could pimp a little bit, walk a little bit, and you ran around the bases. There was no bat flips. There was none of that because. You bat flipped. Oh, cool. No, they didn't let you get to the dugout. Like, it was just different.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I just think that the talent wise, there's a lot of talent nowadays, and there was back then, but the type of person that plays nowadays is a lot different. There was you. It might have been. I guess you could say it was more sensitive back then because of the way behavior was, but then again. You couldn't be sensitive to people playing in that league.
For sure. Like, yeah.
You got because
Like-
there was shit talk. And there was shit talk that was like, it wasn't Facebook shit talk. It was shit talk, bro.
Well, dude, it's like Todd said. It's like fucking prison rules in here and shit.
Yeah.
But here's another thing too. Like,
And that was acceptable, right?
Yeah.
That's the way they played in that area, right?
Umpires talk shit too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'll meet you out there too. It was crazy, dude.
And I get it, and it's one of those things where, like, kind of like Cody says, there's so many different leagues. It would be nice to still have De Leon fields that if you wanted some of that gritty fucking baseball, hey,
Dude.
there's your fucking field right there. Go fucking play it there.
I'll tell you right now, man.
The
some of the
hot
gu-
dog stands and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Taquerias right there,
Yes,
shit.
dude, make a killing with a taco truck, dude.
Yeah.
I had it, bro. No, but like that right there, it was just. I can tell you this: some of the players that we play against wouldn't be able to last. Just being there, because there you couldn't do things. You couldn't say or do or act or do things.
Yeah. You couldn't just pop off at the mouth because there's
No.
gonna be something. Yeah. No, and I definitely get it. Yeah, it's definitely like I said, man. I mean, I'm super competitive, man. I want to beat you, but it's like, hey, let's just keep it within right here because, one, you don't want to fuck up the field so that we all never get to fucking play there again.
True.
And two, it's just a game, right? I mean, yes, I want to beat you, but it's still at the end of the day, we all got families and shit. It's just a game. The other thing I think that kind of came up that I just remembered when you're talking about this was, I don't know if this is my fault, but. I've always said if you're up 10 fucking runs, just fucking keep going, right? But I think people are taking that model a little too fucking far now because now we're getting fucking football scores now, right? You get motherfuckers in the 20s.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Okay, but so let me add another perspective. I used to think that too, right? I'm with you on that. But I was part of, what were we, 15, 18? Were we at 20? Armadillos?
I think it was 19. I
Yeah.
think it was close.
So,
Yeah.
and it was like 19-1, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. I felt bad. Like, I'm like, bro, like, this is bad. Like, I was just hanging out at
Was
the
it
base.
game timed or?
Yeah, 19-0.
If the game's timed, you keep running that thing up. If it's 9 innings, let's go ahead and cut it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take it out, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, so yes, like, okay, like Todd says, after 10, station to station. I get that. I'm not a fan of that. But now, you guys are. I never thought I had a limit. Like, I always thought, hey, fuck it, 10, keep going. But now I feel like you motherfuckers went too fucking far, and now it's like, god damn, dude.
Well,
Like,
that's because you and I, we've been on teams where we'll give up 10 runs in an inning. Like,
Yeah.
well, no, this really isn't a safe lead sometimes.
yeah, 10 is definitely not a safe lead in some days in some games. But man, I think somebody, I think in the 40 note. What was the score, Cody, in the 40 note?
I was going to go to 30, but 40 and up, there was the Hurricanes. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they couldn't throw.
They were
the
saying
Pelican or the Panthers couldn't throw a strike.
But here's the thing. They were saying that they were like
Yeah.
past balls they were taking. They were stealing home. Like they were doing all
really?
kinds- yeah.
Well,
like,
I guess that's how you get 36-0.
yeah, man. And and here's the thing.
That's closer to 40 than it is to 30.
And
36-0.
And
And there's no stats in here, so I couldn't tell you what's what, which is unfortunate.
you have to. I feel like I hate to say this, but I feel like that's too much, right? Like 36 is like way too much. I don't know if there was some personal vendetta there or anything like that, but you have to. It's no fun. I think at some point it's not even fun on any side, whether you're winning like that much or whatever. But also too, you can get hurt too, right? Like you got guys that are playing harder than they should when a game that's clearly blown out.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. There's no way.
Yeah.
Renee,
So
Renee goes, there's a lot of bark in is what he saying? He goes, nowadays there's a lot of bark and no bite.
I know, and I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that to
That's
a
funny.
point. The other thing
He's on point with that one.
yeah, the other thing he said, what he says is, run up the score. This ain't Little League. And you know what, dude? And Renee, I like 9 times out of 10, I'm right there with you. But I feel like 36.
Hey, shout out to Renee for hitting the game winning hit. Was it last year in Mexico versus Venezuela?
That was him that he hit that
Yeah.
game. Okay,
Walk off hit, dude.
walk off hit. Not walk off home run though, right?
Nah, that was this year though. That was
So
that moment was pretty badass because we were down. I forgot what was the score 2 years ago. It was like we were
tied,
down,
wasn't it?
No, we were down, dude.
Oh, okay, guys.
We were down. We were down and came all the way up, and Renee would come up to bat, tie game, and he hits the game winning hit.
Wow.
Shit was insane.
Yeah, it's and I remember Renee. But people are chiming in again. 10 plus. You got to go station to station. I'm still saying fucking keep going, but like God, I guess maybe 20 is my limit. I don't fucking know. 15 is my
So
limit.
your limit got higher. That's okay.
I feel like it. I didn't think I had a fucking max,
Yeah.
but now I feel like there is one.
Well, 36-0. I mean
really, Mondo.
that's like a genuine
know,
football
I
score.
Could have went to 40.
I know, dude, and I never thought I would have that, but you motherfuckers are really fucking like Aztecas. You guys had some couple things.
21-6. Yeah, that's a football score.
Yeah.
But evidently there is a run rule, and we figured it out.
What is it?
It was over 15 after 4. Yeah. And
15 after 4 innings?
Yeah.
No shit. Usually like
But
7.
no,
right?
well, no. I mean, we found it, I think, in the 5th or 6th inning.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
because we.
No. But usually there's like something at the 7th, like 15 after 7, 10 after 7,
Yeah,
something
this
like
is 4. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're up 15 runs past the 4th inning, yeah, that's it.
Just something to consider, guys. I feel awkward even saying we shouldn't be running, because I'm not about that. I'm about to keep going. Like Bo says, just keep going. But
I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. Look, this is the way I see it.
It's
the
going
game
to
is-
end at
if-
some point,
If the
right?
game, well, yeah. If the game is timed, you run that thing up because you know
Yeah.
why? Hey, this is your chance as a hitter to just get your stats up. Let's go.
well, and
I don't mind other players trying to do what they want to do,
and here's my point.
even if they're against me. If they're whipping my, I don't like
This
it.
Yeah.
this is
But I mean-
always a topic.
It always comes
Hey,
out of every show.
the Cyclones, they did their thing, but
No,
I mean,
and I've always said it, like, hey, if you're smashing 10 on me, keep going. I'm not gonna take it personal, right?
yeah.
But I feel like 36. I feel like somebody actually finally found my kind of like, whoa, that's a lot. But here's my thing.
That's a rarity.
It is.
Don't think I've seen that.
But I'm with you, Jay. Like, that's what I've said. Like, one, you could pad your stats. Two, the other thing you can do is you can if you're a guy that doesn't steal, you can fucking do it, right? Because they need outs. you don't give a fuck if you get thrown out and try. But what's gonna happen is some fool take it as a disrespect, right? And like they want to throw out the next guy. And so my point is,
we'll be okay nowadays. Remember, we just
You want to practice bunting? Now's your
See,
time.
that's
I
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
burn. I want to burn on 2 strikes. I want to fucking do that.
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's just what you said. Just what you said. Now, I think nowadays someone gets thrown at, unless it gets out of hand. I don't think it will get out of hand. Not like the way it used to.
Yeah,
we're
sure.
playing in a different era.
Sure, I agree with that.
Because back then, if you run up the score and he keeps trying to steal and stuff like that, yeah, no, something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. But that's. I was like, dude. I mean, when we were had like 15 to 1, 15 to 0, I was just like, dude, I feel bad. Like I can't believe I'm feeling like this, But it wasn't competitive anymore, man.
Feel
So
right. If it didn't feel right in your soul.
I did feel wrong, and that's weird, man, because I have no soul. So
Well, some guys remember that, and they're going to use that to try and get better. Hey, I don't want this to happen again.
I mean, I did. I mean, because like you said, dude, we used to be on teams, bro, that we just like people were like, okay, here's the easy W, about to spank your ass. And I used to be like, God damn, can't we just fucking field the ball? What the fuck, motherfuckers can't catch the ball on here. So I've been on this side of that, but I've never taken it personal against anybody else.
Yeah.
So let's go with 30. And Carlos earlier said that I don't know if they're playing tonight, but he said that that Jimmy just hit a fucking bomb, and Tracy McGrady plays in the
Oh yeah, I seen that.
yeah, he plays in the 40 and up league. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I would see Tracy McGrady probably be like, "Hey, what happened back in 06 with the Rockies?"
So
I lost a lot of money on that shit.
I was in 5th grade.
the
This kid, I had him.
so 30 and up, we'll go back to Wednesday, the 6th. We'll cover it up to when we stopped last Tuesday. There was a tie. JS Texas and the Sultanes.
There's a tie.
5 to 5 at Anderson. It must have ended in a tie.
Wow.
Yeah.
It ended in a tie.
And you know what? And that was supposed to be a really good game. I mean, the Sultanes are a new team, and so JS Texas, but JS Texas supposed to be good too. So that's interesting.
And then the Thunder and the Pelicans played at Mason, and Thunder won 19-10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Now, there was one game on Friday. The Sultanes lost to the Panthers 12-2.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
Panthers making some ground. Let me see if we got
Who the Panthers?
any stats.
They were a good team. They've been, I think, the championship twice in the last few years,
Oh, okay.
but they always, there's Xavier's on there. I think.
The Sultanes have they
Who's
got
on
a
there?
few stats
Vontae's on
here.
there. They have good players, bro. Actually, some of the
Is this
30 up HHL.
Oh, okay.
But some of those guys actually play on the Gulf Coast Indians. So
Oh, okay.
There was 2 games yesterday.
Cool.
JS Texas beat the Armadillos 15-7, and the Sultanes beat the Diablos 11-8.
wow.
And JS Texas there. Oh, there was a home run.
Who?
Jose Guerra. 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 How do you say that?
Guerra.
Guerra. Yeah, Guerra.
What is it?
I don't know.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said got it right the first time.
Why did I continue? I should have stopped.
I was like this.
Because I'm looking for an eye.
Hey, your Spanish names are. Say my name.
You looking for what do you call it? Acknowledgement? Like, yeah, see right there.
He said Guerra. I was like, oh, okay. Guerra? I was like, no.
Yeah.
It's okay, man.
Should have stopped.
You're
See,
good.
my first instinct is always right.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. Hey, you're saying your Spanish name's pretty good though.
Hey, have you ever faced Joe Lau?
Joey Lau?
Joe Lau.
The one that plays on the hot shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
No, did you ever face him?
Face him? No.
No.
No, I've
Been
never
on his
faced-
team.
Yeah.
Got you.
I mean, when I was on the hot shots at the time, he was pretty good, man. Pretty
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah. I just was wondering if you had faced him.
I want to face him.
Like, yeah, when
one
you,
day, huh?
yeah. Like I say that, like when you see a
I want
teammate.
to face everybody. Honestly, that
Yeah,
just is,
the
that's just
challenges
me.
are better. Yeah.
I don't mind if that's just me as a hitter. I don't know how other people see it, but I go in there. I want to see your best pitcher. I want to see him. Bring him up there.
Yeah.
He strikes me out. Cool. Go up there again.
Yeah.
Like it's just me.
Yeah.
I think even as a pitcher, you think that.
Yeah.
All right, you hit me off of this one because I pitch too.
Yeah.
I'm not as good as I used to, but even today, I mean, I want to see what you got. Hit this
Yeah.
pitch right here. You know, like,
Didn't you play? Did you played a game, right? With the Thunder?
with the Thunder. Yeah, I played one game.
How'd that go?
Which game?
Couldn't.
Or
I
when?
played against the Pelicans. This
Okay.
past
Oh,
week.
okay.
I did okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
How are they as a team?
the Thunder?
The
No.
Pelicans.
The Pelicans?
You guys won 19-10, right?
Oh yeah, the Pelicans. I mean, they're okay. I mean, it's 30 and up. I mean, they have some older guys. The game's a little slower.
Yeah.
You know.
Enough said.
Like
I
I hit my first bat. I swung at the first pitch. I got a hit in the between shortstop and third.
don't even see you in here though, because the Thunder does have their stats up. They do have their stats up, so I don't know.
People didn't have import them yet or something.
I didn't do good enough. I had a freaking shot to left field, like the way I hit it on Saturday to third base.
Is Carlos sneaking you in here? Because I don't see you on the
know, Carlos.
roster.
His name is Chad Smith on there. He's Chad Smith.
No, like I hit a shot to left field like hard, dude, but just couldn't couldn't buy it.
Yeah, I see. I hear you on this shit.
It's just that's baseball.
It
Man.
is baseball.
That's baseball. You know, I've been in situations where it's just like I'm seeing it good. I'm staying back. I'm turning my hips, line drives, and just right to people. Just sometimes you just gotta stay with the mechanics and let.
Eventually find a hole, right?
Yeah, I mean it will.
Yeah.
Or
So-
a fence.
We got some games
They got 'em.
tomorrow. Goodfellas play the Pelicans.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, and then JS Texas plays the Diablos at Mason. We are at Anderson. Speaking of good games, I think the Redbirds play. Yeah, they play the Rangers.
Yes, 6-1, both 6-1, right?
Yeah, both 6-1. That ought to be a good game.
Hey, is that a primetime game?
It's prime time-ish, I believe.
Well, it's like the second to the last game.
And shout out to
Yeah.
Matt Pisano.
Yeah, and we're the last.
Inside the park home runs do count. You know,
Oh, I agree.
they do count.
But triples
count.
with errors don't count as a home run.
Yeah.
What's that?
A triple and an error
Well,
is not a home run.
here's the problem. There's, to me, like I think the
That's a little league home run.
Yeah, because I think the only, like, you have to be in a really big fucking field, like maybe like Spring Spirit, like where, it takes a good shot and it just goes all the way in and you're a fast runner.
Yeah.
That could be an easy in the park home run. But I've seen some where like you're throwing the ball around a little bit.
Yeah,
and-
that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say you smash the ball right the other way and you run the third.
or you just
and-
get the second or something. Yeah.
Or if you go to third. Let's say you run in the third and the right fielder throws the ball to third, but he throws it over his head, and
Yeah.
you go to home and score. That's not an inside the park home run.
So what is that?
That's a triple with an error.
Oh,
That's a little league home run,
Yeah.
but it's not inside the park.
But it's all good. We're gonna give it
Yeah.
to Matt. We'll give it to
give
Matt.
it to Matt.
We'll give it to Matt. We'll give it to Matt.
Matt's a good guy.
Matt's a great guy.
He can have it.
Super
You
fast.
Well,
Super.
did that happen? I don't know.
I don't know, but it happened, Matt.
Hey,
Like he's
no,
here.
no. If he tells me that's an inside the park home run, then I'm going with
I
it.
want his hand on the Bible.
Yep. Then that's what it is.
This is a picture. This is a picture.
And I want an affidavit from the pitcher.
I'm gonna be honest. Like Matt. Since I've known Matt Pisano, this guy was fast. Like,
Yeah.
he came from Chavez High School. The guy could play college ball. He could have. If he
Yeah.
would, if he was at a better school, better situation, could have played college ball hands down. The guy was quick. Put a button down. He could, and he was that guy. Like out of nowhere, put a button down. Your best
Yeah.
pitcher go against him.
It was a homer, so done, confirmed.
Done. Confirmed.
Yep.
It's a home run. Yeah, no, like the guy was fast.
Yeah.
He was that guy you put in the outfield, hit a ball.
He's going
He wouldn't run it down. He'll get there before it lands. He'll just get there and wait.
get to the spot.
Yeah,
boom,
get there
okay.
and wait. Like he was that quick.
That's how you play outfield.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
make it easy.
To me, I think the fastest guys I've seen right now, and I don't know who's faster, but I feel like Eric Yielding and Armand Barrios, I think his name.
Yeah,
Armand, yeah,
Armand's quick.
yeah. Like
Eric Yielding, I ain't gonna lie to you. When we were out there at playing 30 and up, he got down that line pretty quick.
oh,
that
dude,
day.
he's fucking fast.
He's quick.
I just
Don't
don't
make
know.
an error.
Yeah,
he's gonna beat it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who's faster, but I know they're fucking fast. So what you got? What you got there?
I was looking at 40 and up, but it's just the Hurricanes dominating.
Anybody fast in the 40 now?
I don't
That's
know.
too long of a pause. It's okay.
They've been fast for that fucking thing right there.
They don't have their run stats here. All I see are the 36 to nothing. I don't know if do you have to be fast to score that many runs? Probably
No.
not.
No, you just gotta have a terrible.
You just
fucking-
have to walk to verse on.
Terrible, man. So let's see. What do you call it? So we got the 40 now. We did the 30, right? And
Yeah.
What else we got left?
Well, 55. I mean, they're 5 games into the season. Tigers are 4-1. Stars 4-1. Skeeters 3-1. Diablos 2-2. Hombres 1-3. Cardinals 1-3. Colt 45 0-4.
It's crazy.
If even 55. I don't know. What time is it? We may not have any 55 and up.
Got a 55 and up.
They're already asleep.
Jesus.
They've already been asleep since like 4. They've been asleep at 8 o'clock. As soon as we, before we even started, they were asleep. But before I forget too, is we're gonna have a championship game in 2 weeks.
For your other team?
Yeah, better. See, and I was like, I kind of wish we would have played this week. I wish we would have played Sunday, or Saturday, but we're not. So it is what it is. Wait, but do we play Saturday? We do, right?
Yeah, we have the primetime game, and the Redbirds play before us.
Okay.
So you get there early, watch some games.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You go on Saturday?
It's late enough.
It's prime time. It's 7. No
Oh,
alarms.
yeah, no doubt. No, dude, I've actually been to every single game this
I know.
year.
Yeah.
I know.
Dude, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And Austin's gonna
It
be out
should be
there.
crazy.
And honestly, hey, this is something that, I don't know if everybody else knows. It's like, I'm just grateful I get to play this season because, last season, from y'all know, Chito too, everybody.
things happen.
Carlos Andrade. A lot of things happened last season. I
Yeah.
got into a major car accident. Almost lost my life. So I'm just thankful I'm able to play the game. I'm not trying to be something to prove to anybody or nothing. I'm just happy to play, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like that was a major like life wide awakening. Like couldn't play, dude. I couldn't even turn my neck to look at the picture. That's how tight or the whiplash I had.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So honestly, man, like shout out to everybody that's in the leagues. Just
Staying healthy,
be
man.
grateful
Yeah.
for what you got. Be grateful that you're still able to be healthy enough to play the game, to throw the ball. A lot of guys I've known that play the game, they tear their labrum. They can't even play anymore.
Can't even throw it. I mean,
Can't even play catch with your kid. And
that's depressing.
It is. It is. And it's
Something
like,
so simple is so difficult
So
now.
I mean, for everybody now that's tuning in right now, just remember that it's a game, it's a gift. Don't take it for granted because I feel like a lot of us forget that sometimes, and you can't do that. It can easily be taken away from you.
Dude, it's a few years ago, man. This is probably why I play so much baseball, even though sometimes I'm tired. I play so much baseball because I was having a conversation with Omar, and he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna keep playing until I can't, and I don't know how long that is." And I thought about that, and I was like, "Dude, he's kind of right, dude. Like,
That's exactly right.
you know what I'm
Perfectly
saying? Like, there's a point where your body's not gonna let you fucking do what you want to do, right?" And so, the eye opener for me was when I fucked up my back, and I couldn't throw a fucking ball. Like, it hurt me to think about it because it hurt my back. I was like, "Fucked." And he goes, "Dude, are you gonna retire?" Like jokingly, and like I got real serious. I'm like, "Dude, I can't believe I'm not gonna be able to play ball again." And luckily, he helped me out a lot trying to fix my back and a lot of shit that I did on my own, fix my back, and I'm able to play again, dude. But it fucking I got my little fucking thing over there. But
he put me on his thing one time, dude. I damn near flipped out of this thing. Yeah, how heavy it is.
fucking scared. Like,
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
So, but yeah, dude. They
Plus, you don't know what he's going to do. He's got you hanging upside down.
Starts tickling my
Right,
feet.
yeah. He's going to bring in a snake or something.
There you go,
Oh,
mama.
yeah. You remember that boa constrictor you
Oh
got?
shit.
Jesus.
But you're right, dude, and we all should be thankful for still being able to play a game that we love and stay healthy, man. And again, that's more of my point, bro, about why I'm saying be careful about throwing at fucking people. You know what I'm saying?
No,
And sliding kind of hard on some, you kind of slide aggressively.
and that's exactly right. And that's why, like, I respect of what the I respect of what the game has become in here in Houston for baseball, because back then it was bad. it was very grimy, dirty,
Yeah.
old school baseball. And I guess what I want the younger generation to remember is, okay, like, shit talk's cool. All this flashy stuff is cool. The times that a lot of this older guys that I played with came from, we didn't do that.
Yeah,
You
for
couldn't
sure.
do that. You couldn't do it. You weren't. It wasn't. It was not allowed. You knew it, and if you did do it, it's like, here we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
and I just feel like sometimes when people take for granted of the talent they have, or take for granted of the game that we're playing, you kind of leave the older guys that, like, that have been playing here in Houston. Because I don't know how other leagues are in other cities. I really don't.
Yeah.
I just know that here back in Houston, early 2000s, 90s, that shit was rough. It was rough, dude. Like,
Well, I think it's been more refined here in the last 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 years. Like there's guys coming out and creating a better leagues, better products. There's just a market for it. There's a huge market for it. So I think there's still those places where you go and it is, the grimy, right, nose, whatever. You're going to hit somebody if they're not.
it was like this. There was unwritten rules.
Yeah.
Unwritten rules.
What I'm saying, that exists, right? That still has to exist somewhere.
It exists, but I've noticed in today's game that we play,
Yeah.
people are breaking them left and right. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, when I hit a home run, it's cool. I'll do a little. I haven't flipped a bat. It's just something I was taught not to do. You don't do that because something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I might lay the bat down, walk a little bit, and then start jogging. But like, I see guys hit a home run, their first home run, they're flipping the bat, and I'm just like this. You serious? Yes. I mean, but you can get away with it nowadays.
Yeah.
I just have memories of it. You don't do that. Or throw inside on somebody. It might be an accident.
Yeah.
It might be an accident. You don't do it again.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what I'm
I
saying?
think to me when a pitcher brushes you back, I think you cool. I think I like it, right? Like he's saying, "Hey, this is my plate," and I'm saying, "Fucking hit me,"
and
you know,
you're
right?
And I like that. If you can hold your composure as a player, cool.
Yeah.
Do it again. See what happens.
See what happens.
See what
you know?
happens.
I'll be
To
waiting
me,
for
as a hitter, see what happens. I'm trying
Yeah.
to turn on that.
yeah, exactly.
Regret
Exa-
that pitch.
Yeah, I hear you on that. So
That's only if they have the control to pitch in a spot where they can brush you back, right, and not hit you.
yeah, it's true.
you're
It's
right.
true.
So-
It's tough, but
There's many variables.
but but that's what I'm saying. I get the respecting. I do get that respecting, but you also got to be careful that we want to continue to play this game, and we just got to make sure that we don't, get hurt. Like, for instance, I don't know if you remember when that dude stepped on the guy at first base. Like, luckily nothing happened. Like, he Manny Machado the motherfucker on first base, but it looked bad. And I mean, the whole fucking league wanted to fuck this dude up. Luckily it didn't turn out that way. But like that, man, it could have been worse. You know
And
what I'm saying?
he lost his spot because
Yeah.
of it.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
They
kicked
released
him off the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because dude, if they don't kick this dude off the team, the whole team's gonna get it.
We
True.
talk about you getting hurt, right? Taking care of your body. That's one thing. But if it's something malicious that knocks you out of the game, that's a completely different story.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. And I that's what I'm saying. I respect the new rules of keeps it grounded. It keeps us grounded. But then it also keeps the unwritten rules not grounded. Because
Yeah.
now, okay, yeah, if he does something to me, he's gonna get kicked out of the league. That means I can act how I want. Because that's what I think some of the older veterans players don't like. Because back then there was less rules because you couldn't do certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's more rules where you can't act out of whack. Where, hey, man, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, I just think there's a difference between hitting somebody with a pitch than stepping on somebody with your cleat at first base because you're pissed off that you grounded out and you have no history with this guy.
Yeah, you're right, and that's
Yeah.
and that's trash.
Yeah,
That's dirty play.
yeah, that's dirty.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
dirty.
But I get the unwritten rules of hitting somebody or whatever.
I remember. Okay, I remember we were in. I forgot what league we were in. I think it was Metro. I can't say it.
Metro Pedalegana.
Yeah, and got through at me. Boom, hit right in the rib. Cool. Okay, cool. He hit me. But this is the thing though. This is the thing. I kind of felt he was gonna throw at me. Okay. One of our guys, I remember, I was on the Reds with Matt Pisano, and one of our guys hits their guy on accident. Come up to bat, and he hits us. Cool. Go up to bat again, and they come up to bat, and he's pitching, and another wild pitch hits him in the leg. I come up to bat again, and I have a feeling I'm going to get hit. You know, I already knew it.
Yeah.
They throw one down the middle. Okay. He throws one inside. He throws another one inside. After that, dude, like if you didn't do it on the first try, you don't do it again. He threw it again, boom. You know what I mean? Like it's just unwritten rules. You gotta hit me, do it the first time. I'm with it. I'm cool with it. You hit me, cool. But you don't do it after the third try. It's just something like you don't. Do it, dude. Don't be scared to do it.
The other one,
You missed your chance at that point.
You missed your chance. You know that was your window.
Yeah.
And I've heard that, and I've also heard don't throw outside. And like you said, do it on your first pitch, but don't like set him up and throw outside. So then he's reaching, then you come back inside and you hit him.
Yeah. Nah, that's something you don't do.
Yeah.
You know, and that's even in the big leagues. You don't do that.
Yeah.
It's like. Yeah, cool. You want to make a point? Go ahead, do it.
It's all about sending a message, and there's a certain way that's unwritten of how you do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God damn you motherfuckers, you're going to get me all fucking beat up out here.
Oh, you get hit anyway. So.
No shit. I get hit a lot, dude.
He gets hit in BP.
Yeah, I do.
The machine, he'll go in there, and it's a machine thrown at him. The machine has a glitch in it. It'll go towards them.
Fucking slider. Boom. But
that's Gary out there controlling that thing.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Yeah,
Get that bat off your shoulder and when it hits you.
Dude, we gotta go to D-Bet, man. I miss Gary, dude. He's fucking funny. But
over there with D-Bet.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking
West
cool.
side of Houston, over there on the way to San Antonio.
Yeah. Bro, dude, this motherfucker will be like 4 kgs over, and you hear him, "Get that bat off your shoulder," and I'm like, God damn it, pick it up, let's go. But that's just the way I bat, man. But I'm starting to pick it off my shoulder a little bit better. So
get your hands up, dude.
That too. Twist the hips.
Twist
we
the
good?
hips, baby.
Yeah, I'm good. You good?
Dre, you good?
I'm good, man. I had an amazing time up here.
Dre's
Yeah.
living large.
Hell yeah, he is, dude.
I ain't gonna lie, like I'm just very. It was very cool moment. I don't care what people say. You know, it's a small field.
How many walk-offs you got?
walk-offs in my life?
Yeah.
For real, you want me to say the number? I'm over 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
How many you got?
Shit. No, dude. I'm gonna put my head down right
it's
now.
just, but I mean, like, you know, in my life,
Yeah,
I'm over
yeah,
20,
yeah.
but it's like, I'll be honest, I've never done it in a championship game. I never done it under that pressure, the bottom of the ninth. You know, that was the crazy part, and it was like, never done it when I went over the whole game, and that's why I'm saying, like, I didn't deserve the MVP.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve it. I mean, yes, we won the game, but I didn't deserve the MVP. Raul deserved it all the way.
Yeah.
He stepped up and did his thing.
That was my little jab at him because he doesn't have
Yeah,
a
I don't have
walk-off.
one.
Yeah.
I've been part of a walk-off. Like, I'm the one that's
You were on base. You're on the base.
Yeah.
on the base.
No, but here's the thing, and it was why it was clutch, because that was, I got on base,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
got to get on base to fucking score, right?
Yeah.
So I squared up, you know.
You had to wake up for the game, and you had to be there on time to
You
play
gotta
the
get-
game.
to play the game, but it was what I loved it was against Raul. I hit a little blooper over fucking first or something, and I don't know if I steal the second or somehow I get the second, but then they hit a single to right, and around third, and the guy just lollygags it, like he's like, oh,
Really?
like he was baiting me, and I said, let's go, and I slid, and I slid way off the bag, and I just touched it like this. We beat the Yard Goats, and that was the only loss they had that season. Now, it doesn't mean anything because it was a fucking regular season game, and where it counts is the fucking playoffs, right? The championship,
no doubt,
right?
no doubt.
No doubt. So it was nothing, right? But it was cool because it was like, hey, I kind of made that one go, and it was, helped walk it off. But that's the only thing I had, man. I'm not. What was yours you had recently?
I had one several seasons ago. Just a walk-off hit, right? The other way. And, it feels good to win the game. But actually, I don't know if I should brag about this, but I had a walk-off this weekend for a run rule. Right? So we needed, I talked about that. You had to get to 15 runs, right?
Yeah.
So the 15th guy was on second, and I was batting,
And you got the hit.
and I switched places with him, and he scored, and it was ball game. It's a really weird walk-off, but
You might get hit this weekend.
no, it wasn't me.
if you're playing against that team.
Oh shit, that's fucking funny.
I mean, technically, you walk off the field.
We just went over
right?
it. You shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be doing that.
I know, Cody, terrible man.
Was that the strikeout? Right?
my God.
No, coming from the guys that talk about padding their stats when you're up 15 runs.
Well, no, if you're already doing it, it's okay. But if you're the guy that did it, it's a little different. You know?
That's fucking funny. But all right, man, I think we're good. We're like what? Time goes by fast when you're having a good time.
I
220
know, right?
minutes, man.
Yeah.
So appreciate everybody staying up. Hopefully you enjoyed. I appreciate you having on. It was a good story, man. I think you're probably I think it was a better interview than, no disrespect, but I think you're a better interview than Bobby would have been. So
I guess we'll never know. He
well,
missed his
exactly.
chance, right?
That was the thing. We'll never know.
Been waiting 56 episodes for him. and
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly, man.
Damn.
So, but
There you
all
are,
right,
Bobby.
everybody. Good night.
All right, good night.
Peace.